Hello and welcome to episode 82 of the DaebakCast. This is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the industry. This week we have an album review, and as always, every month we do our monthly releases, and basically we just talk about our favorite songs of the month that came out. And yeah, that's basically what we got on the plate. So as always, I'm joined by Nate.
Where are you from? Age-old question.
That's all I remember
That's
from that song.
yes,
It's just like the weird sound bite.
Yeah, join Discord, Facebook, follow
Discord
us
is
on
lit.
Twitter.
Discord
Discord's
is
mucho lit.
Mucho lit, yeah.
From Applebee's Top Shelf.
Yeah, all that jazz. Do that stuff.
Yep. All right. Also, as always, I'm joined by Andrew, who usually asks three things.
Number one, everyone in Cube is dating everyone. Not really.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened, but it's hilarious.
So it came out. Who is it? Edon and Hyuna have been dating for 2 years, which caused a lot of controversy, and Triple H had to cancel promotions early, like cancel fan signs and everything. Pretty much Triple H is probably dead. Honestly, there's no way. I don't think.
Probably.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're dead on arrival, basically.
Seriously though, the fans that are like unstanding and all that because of it, like just stop.
Yeah, get out, please.
You're
That's so stupid. You don't own their relationships.
You don't own them.
Yeah, you don't own
they
them,
think they own
period.
them, not
Yeah.
not just their relationships.
And then the crazier story was that Hui, also of Pentagon, was dating Sujin from G Idol, and apparently like somebody like found pictures of them like holding hands and like going out and everything, and apparently Cube forced them to break up because G Idol literally just debuted this year, so they can't be. That's a no-no.
That specific instance, I think, is not quite as bad considering G Idol just debuted. Like, they can't really have anything in any roadblocks in their way at the moment.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Whereas, like, say they've been around for like 4 or 5 years, like, that's nothing, you know?
Speaking of G Idol, number 2, the flash mob was yesterday, but I didn't end up, or I missed it because initially it was gonna be at Times Square. And the NYPD shut it down because way too many people showed up. Yeah, it was a huge mess, and I felt bad for like DJ, our friend who works at who helps out at I Love Dance.
That's one thing. Like you mentioned, they only had like a permit for like 25 people.
Yeah, something like that. I'm just like, there's 25
like
people
Cube.
already there for like. 25 people is probably the flash mob dancers. That's it. Like there's no one watching that. Pretty much.
Yeah, but like Cube is like freaking they're trying to do this in the most populated city in the entire United States with like 8 million people who live there, and they think there's only 25 G Idol fans there.
Yeah, and they announced it way in advance so people could get ready.
Yeah, that's the problem. So what they did is
for it.
DJ and the rest of them, they sort of regrouped, went to a meeting, and then unannounced they went down to Washington Square Park, and they did the flash mob. From what I saw,
Probably
it went
what they
awesome.
should have done to begin with.
Yeah. Washington Square Park's an easier place to go because the thing is that it's so far away from like Midtown Manhattan. You're not gonna get the nosy tourists. Like everyone was like, "Oh, what is this? What is this?" I said K-pop group. Everyone's first question was, "Is it BTS?"
Yeah,
that's the only K-pop group that exists. So yeah, I just want to say huge congrats to everyone at I Love Dance. Huge congrats to G Idol for being able to do this. They're actually putting on like a concert or something tonight. I didn't go because it gets out like 1 a.m. So, and
gotta work tomorrow.
yeah, number 3, last but not least. I bought my plane ticket to Korea on Friday.
Woo. I still haven't.
I still haven't either.
Oh, basically I have to eat ramen for like the next 6 months because it's so expensive.
It's all right. All you gotta do is just get like fancy Korean ramen, like I recently got. And you'll never want to eat Maruchan ever.
No, I don't. I'm not a Maruchan guy. I'm a Nissim.
Dude, I hate Maruchan.
I'm a Nissim guy. But that's not the whole thing. So I kind of want to challenge myself in a way, in anticipation for this Korea trip. So I just want to put this out like in public so that I sort of pigeonholed myself into actually doing it. Basically, by the time we go to Korea, I want to lose 30 pounds, and when I'm in Korea, I want to do a class at 1 Million Dance Studio. So I'm gonna practice. I don't know, sometime in like the beginning of the next year, I'll go to DJ's class and like he'll teach me how to dance K-pop or whatever. So yeah, I just that's one thing I want to do while I'm there before I die. Basically, just take a class at 1 million, see how good I can get, and yeah, lose 30 pounds because I know I need to lose the weight. I know, Nate, you said you're trying to renew your gym thingy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can motivate each other because that was definitely one of the.
I was planning on doing that this semester anyways because I don't want to be.
That was one of the big factors of me getting my gym membership was I wanted to lose weight before going back. So yeah.
Buff Buddies, truly Daebak edition.
I don't know if we'll get that far. Well,
No.
Jacob doesn't like strength training anyway. He's just gonna do cardio.
Yeah, I'll do cardio.
I need to learn. I need to learn that stuff for real.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I like doing.
I just think it's boring.
Yeah,
I'd rather run.
I'm gonna get back on like my bicycle. I loved biking before I had responsibilities like this show. But yeah, that's my goal. I want to lose 30 pounds. I think I can do it. It's
Nice.
easy. I've been trying to keep like track of my calories. So I'm
Yeah,
probably just gonna
I like
gain it
strength
all
training
back.
just because it's so easy to see your progress
Mm.
because you're just like
I guess-
constantly lifting more and more weight.
Maybe I'll
constantly-
keep that in mind.
Yeah,
'Cause
just
I can literally lift like nothing. I'm really weak.
you're gonna be just bench pressing the bar at first, but that's fine.
Oh yeah, for real. Just the 45-pound bar. Like SpongeBob with them freaking stuffed animals on a stick.
All right. Those
All
are my
right.
few things.
Anyways, we can get right into the review, which is
Hashtag no blow up.
Seungri. Hashtag no blow no. You know who I am.
No blow no.
You
know
we're
who
getting
I
in.
am.
Yeah, I've been saying that the last few weeks. You're like, you already know who it is.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Anyways,
Well, see, last week it was confusing because you said that, but then your name was wrong because it said you were
really?
me and I
Yeah,
was
we had you
you.
switched around by
So,
accident.
If
Whoopsie.
Okay.
someone new watched last week and you
It's
said
like-
you already know who I am, they're gonna think you're Nathan.
all right. So to be clear for you, if this is your second week with us, I'm not Nathan. Anyways, the great Seungri. Let's go.
Yep. Seungri's second full album, third release.
Mhm.
Been 5 years. First song is Set Selte Ni.
1, 2, 3.
Sail to the knee. 1, 2, 3. Basically. But yeah, this is like just like a pop rock show tunesy song. This probably makes my top 10 songs of the year. Like
I don't know.
love this
I don't
song.
know. One song off of this album is making my top
Well, no,
10 of the year.
no, this isn't. Oh, I mean singles, because like
singles.
When we rank our like top 10 songs or whatever, we only do
Yeah.
singles.
Okay.
This is probably my third or fourth favorite song on the album, but it's probably in my top 10 songs of the year.
Same. Because there's a later song.
But yeah, like I love his voice. I think the energy is like amazing. Like with the chanting and like all the like group vocal type stuff going on. Not group vocals as we like normally talk about it, but like the crowd vocals, I guess, is a better way to describe it. The MV is so good. Just like going through a bunch of different like show tune styles, and there's just like giant flash mob dances, which the choreo is really good. Like all the stuff they do with their hands is just like really interesting looking. Also, more music videos need credits with bloopers because it's the best.
Yeah, that was
I
amazing.
think they did that. I think the last
do
one
that-
I've seen
they've
them
done
in
it-
is in Yoonho's Champagne. It was
Oh,
before
yeah.
before TVXQ went into the army.
Yeah.
The last thing they came out with.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I
Go
love
ahead,
this immediately because I think the thing I really appreciate about just both music videos in this, but this one in particular, is that Seungri has just a clear vision for sort of like what he wants to convey, both musically and visually. Like you know, just watching this music video for one time, like he probably like grew up watching Grease and like all this like sort of like listening to all these like sort of like old like 50s music like Elvis and like I don't know like all these like old school bands because the homage just comes out so much and it's incredible and the outfits are amazing, like the period style of like dance is incredible, his hair, his outfits, it's like he's basically dressed up like a greaser. It's amazing. And yeah, I really don't know what else to say. Like this is incredible. But have you guys listened to Seungri's? I didn't listen to his first.
No, I love
I
Seungri's
did.
solo stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to his
I've always
first
thought
one.
he was
Hustle, dude.
yeah. I always thought he was like super underrated because GD
Yeah.
and Taeyong
Yeah.
always took the spotlight for soloists. And
Yeah, he
Big
promotes
Bang.
a lot in Japan, so that's
Yeah.
sort of where he gets a lot of the fame from. But
VI.
for as big
A
of
horrible
a big
text editor.
yeah, I mean VI
Shout out if
solo,
you know what that is.
yeah. For as big of a Big Bang fan as I am, I didn't listen to his like previous solo albums, but I was just blown away by like the whole album here because there's just you know what, now I know why he's the CEO of YGX, because he knows what he's doing basically.
He should be the CEO of YG.
Yeah, he
period.
should.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I think that's
Just
the
kick
plan.
YG out.
That's the plan. Like I feel like they've
Yeah.
honestly been grooming him.
Yeah.
to take over eventually.
So with 1-2-3, actually, what this reminded me of tantrums or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
something
just
they've
like
come out
yeah, just throwback style. I mean, that's a really popular thing where
exactly.
you sort of combine like the modern take on music with like old 50s and 60s retro. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
That's what they
exactly.
got famous off of, basically.
Yeah, well, I actually like a lot of their music, so I was
Yeah,
happy
same.
to see this. Like just like the sort of like mixture of like modern pop with the retro like, kind of rock and roll, I guess, sort of feel. Anyways, yeah, this is definitely again, we're starting this meme back up. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. But yeah, like I think I'll say that several times because I liked a lot of the songs in this.
It's hard to pick a favorite. It's so
No,
hard to
yeah.
pick a favorite.
Yeah.
on this.
Like everything you can dance to pretty well, even though it's not necessarily like a dance track always. But it's just something like you jam out to. Like if this was in concert, oh my god, it'd be so good.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
It sucks because he's probably
Actually,
gonna go to.
that's
He's probably gonna go to the army. We're not gonna see him we're
Yeah.
not even gonna get a chance to see him in a concert until after.
that's one of my bucket lists before I die. I gotta see Big Bang live.
Yeah.
Yep. Next is "Where Are You From" featuring Mino, which is the other title track. So this is a EDM song that's clearly like trying to be Gangnam Style. It's that same style of music. And it's really repetitive, but like these kinds of songs need to be.
Yeah.
So like that's not a bad thing.
This is something that like you can listen to in the car with your family, but at the same time it'll bump it in the club.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this song's
Yep.
lit.
Mino's part was pretty good. But then yeah, the MV is just a giant meme. It's very, very clearly like, I hope we can make this blow up like Gangnam Style. It's like parodying the Trump North
Summit.
Korea meetings,
Summit, yeah.
like Summit. And who said it? Was it someone in the Discord or Facebook chat or someone on Twitter that said that Mino looked like a discount Y or GD?
Oh my god, yeah.
Who was that?
It's
I don't
because of
remember
his
who said
get up
that.
in the
Yeah, because he's
MV.
yeah, exactly. Like the way
Like,
he's
it's-
dressed is
Don't do him like that. Damn.
It's like straight up coup d'état or a GD.
Yeah,
yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Like it's so hard to imagine people dressing like that nowadays because K-pop's so
Yeah.
much more popular. But yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, again, you can definitely tell he learned a lot from Psy. He learned a lot. Like that's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
that's probably the lasting legacy I feel like Psy is gonna have on his tenure in YG. He probably helped out. He's gonna help out a lot of these artists that are still there, and I hope they still get to collaborate together. I mean, hell, I hope if they kick YG out, Psy can come back, or I don't know, Psy makes the next like big because he's making his own entertainment company basically. So
Yeah. Well,
But-
honestly, I like different artists like taking on that sort of like serious music, yet it's still like comedic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I wish we'd get more like just fun, like let loose sort of
And
MVs like
I
this.
feel like Psy's kind of like he's kind of the pioneer in that sense, where he sort of helped popularize it. So I'd hope more people do like this style. But yeah, Jeff Benjamin wrote a very good article on Billboard about like his, I guess, sort of like the interpretation of like what this means. Is basically like his sort of take on it is that it's basically saying that like K-pop is such an important like aspect of South Korea that basically they're going to the summit and he's not even representing like Korea. He's representing YGs because like that's the impact that K-pop and like YG has, is that they can go to like that they're that well renowned.
I mean, yeah, like it definitely makes sense because like, you know, it's K-pop has its impact nowadays, like not just on Korea but on the entire world, and it's huge. Even like it's not even funny, like it's just enormous. And you know, I'm glad that a lot of people are starting to take it more seriously, but at the same time, like a lot of people here still think it's a gimmick, and they're gonna keep doing that for years until they're gonna be like, why is this not going away?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Next we have Love Is You featuring Blue D. First we had Long D, now we have Blue D.
So did anyone research who? Does anyone know who Blue D is? Honestly,
no,
I don't
she's
know.
probably just a trainee. But so this is like funky R&B. It's like pretty much it's standard like type of song you'd expect from like Big Bang's softer R&B side. But yeah, the feature is like really good. Her voice is like really awesome.
Honestly, I wonder if she was
me a lot.
I wonder if she was again one of those unknown members of Pink Punk that just didn't make it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like,
because we keep finding them all over the place. Like Miyeon from G-Idol is going to be in the group. We had another one. Oh yeah, like Jinny and Soyoung from Produce 48. Like they're probably possible members as well.
You know, they definitely were. I've heard the name Jinny Park like for years. So again, they were definitely part of it. So yeah, it's interesting. I think that's the one thing I like when YG artists do that, because that sort of stretches back to when G-Dragon put Jenny on both in the music video, and I believe she featured on a song.
Korean version.
Yeah. So it's a good, like what we were talking about last week with sort of helping them like gain exposure and practice, and like that's a good idea. Just like actually like walking them through how to record and everything, just like for whenever they debut.
Yeah, I feel like I almost like I really like this girl's voice. Like I almost feel like she's getting wasted away at YG if they're not planning a new girl group soon. I know there's a rumor about it, but like I doubt it's true.
I'm kind of worried, but now I want to, because I mean, if this person is gonna be on there, that'd be such a waste.
Yeah, like I remember again there was like a rumor or whatever. I feel like not long ago about YG's preparing another already, and we were like, no, what the heck? But at the same time, it could just be the rest of the members of Pink Punk that are still there.
Yeah, like, but if they're actually good.
Yeah, so it could be that YG is like, oh, I'll just split it into two groups because these members spit specific concepts better.
Yeah,
or something,
definitely.
you know.
Then YG can have two girl groups in the dungeon that
that don't make music.
Please don't give him any ideas.
So I don't know. We'll see. I hope I hear more from Blue D though, and also. Seungri's vocals awesome in this song.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like they're not super like grand or anything, but they're just nice and
you know.
I'd say that for all of the songs in here. He has great vocal performance just in general.
Yeah. I feel like again, like you're in Big Bang, you gotta be amazing.
Yeah, basically. There's no weak chain in Big Bang, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next we have Mulatto featuring BI. So this is like just a fun, upbeat, Latin-inspired pop song. And the synth line is so good. Just that like super simple, like fun synth line. It's just amazing. BI's rap was great. Like I don't know, I did not expect anything like this, and it's easily the catchiest song on the album. And I marked it as my co-favorite because it was my favorite and then the next song right after it was like, okay, this is also my favorite. So
No, this is
couldn't
still
decide.
this is
Pulling
still
a
my
me,
favorite.
just being like,
Yeah.
"Ah, this is my favorite
this-
too."
Favorite song on the album.
Yeah, exactly.
No, this took it by a country mile, and just huge props to Bi. Wow, what a good producer he's becoming right now, because he's involved in a lot of like this, like the behind the scenes
Icon.
stuff, the Icon as well. Like if you look at a lot of their albums, it's like Bi's on almost every credit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like for
Well,
real. Like I've
he's always gonna get lyric credits because he's a rapper. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but no,
but-
just like the production as well.
like
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
like Bi has always been that way. Like the reason I know about him like from before like Icon or like beginning of Icon is because him and Bobby were both on Show Me the Money and they were both fantastic.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's
a
how
lot
he
a lot
learned,
of people said like Bi's rap style is very like unique, so a lot of people would say
Yeah.
he couldn't rap, and then a lot of people would be like, "What are you talking about? He's awesome." So it's like,
Mm.
you know, and YG always, you know, was pushing him because they knew what he was capable of. Same with Epic High, like they put him on Born Hater because like
yeah,
him and Bobby were really
yeah, their
like
verses are
up and coming
standout.
kids at the moment, you know. So
Definitely,
yeah.
and he almost steals the song in this with his like it's like a tiny verse, but he almost steals it basically. Just I'm
Yeah.
super impressed with like how good the production is, and also again I love the Latin infused flavor that it has. It
Yep.
really reminds me of because Cardi B recently did a song called "I Like It," which samples the really old like the song. I like it like that. Like it's basically almost like the same progression and everything. So yeah, it's cool to see like Seungri's like taking like he's taking like and choosing like different influences from like different areas. There's not I'd say no two songs on this album sound the same whatsoever.
Yeah. Like there's definitely a ton of really good like just versatility from him.
Yeah.
And I think it really shows like how much he's like matured as an artist. Like even
Yeah.
since his last album that he came out with, which was really good. Like I think this is like the pinnacle of what he's come out
Yeah.
with so far.
Yeah, this
Like,
is
I
his
think
Stay Resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably he probably wanted to go out with a bang before he has to go enlist.
With a big bang, yes.
Yeah, with a big bang, yes.
Like this album, like it's the musical style is nothing like it. At the same time, like it reminds me a lot of G-Dragon's Coup d'etat album. Like it keeps like I don't know how to put it either, because most of Coup d'etat was like, you know, like hip hop and stuff like that with like heavy like trap beats and whatnot. And this was more like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like more on the
EDM.
Latin and pop and rock and like with EDM and stuff like that mixed in.
Yeah.
Like it's a totally different style, but like I don't know. Maybe it's just the YG sound, I guess.
Or,
they
no,
say.
I think it's
but-
just it might just be specifically Big Bang, because Big Bang just has a
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
level
Big
of
Bang, of
energy
course.
that they bring to all of their performances. So I think it just permeates between
Yeah.
all of the members. Because I mean, even though Taeyong does a lot of just like ballads or whatever, there's just like a lot of power and like a lot of emotion
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
puts into it. So yeah, like the amount of investment that they have just easily comes through all their work.
I think that's one thing that I really appreciate about this is because like recently I put together a like best of Big Bang playlist on my Apple Music, and like I put a bunch of like I put like everything I liked from their solo music as well, and like nothing feels out of place from any of the different, you know, like solo music and stuff. So I like that about Big Bang, is that like they come together, they stand alone really well, but at the same time it's still nice and like
Yeah. It still meshes.
That's what
homogenous
separates
and
them.
cohesive, you know.
That's what separates them from every other group. It's just very
Exactly.
few people are able to like make that transition from solo to group over and over again, and they somehow they keep doing it.
Definitely, that's what makes Big Bang one of the like untouchable groups, you know.
Yeah. Next we have Delcom Han Kojimal, or Sweet Lie, featuring Danik. And this is Deep House, and so
That
obviously
drop.
it's my other co-favorite.
That drop.
Yeah, it drops so good, and like Seungri's voice just fits this style so well, of like doing house music, which we kind of got a little bit with that like Alan Walker collaboration that came out last month or a couple
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
That he featured on,
Yeah, he's
which was
definitely
a house song.
Yeah, he's definitely starting to dip his toe into that field.
Yeah. But yeah, this song's up there with Mulatto for me. I love it, and obviously I love house music. So
Yeah, again, his vocal performance on this is incredible. Just like the like very rarely, like, with EDM songs, it's easy to get like a good drop in terms of the beat, but it's very hard for
Yeah.
people like the vocals to help build up the anticipation for
Yep.
that, and he does an
Yeah.
amazing job of that. Again, like we can't stress enough of how good of a vocal performance he had.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think this actually ended up being probably my favorite overall, like legitimately. Like like Andrew was saying, like his vocals helped it build up to the drop, and the drop, like it doesn't go like terribly far, but it's not like, again, I'm gonna call it Steve Aoki again. It's not disappointing.
Yeah, he doesn't
It's
leave you
good.
hanging.
You know, it's nice, it's satisfying, and like his vocals are, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, I don't know, they're just really, really nice and satisfying. Like they're like, again, they don't go super powering or anything, but they're just so nice and clean. And
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate that throughout the album. So yeah.
Yep. Next is Befriend. So this is like a uplifting like pop rock anthem song. It really reminded me of Crooked by GD.
Yeah. I said the
Um,
same thing in my notes as well.
Yep. And it has a really awesome bass line.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the most Big Bang song on the album. I think that's the nice thing, is that they're all able to have their their own solo careers without feeling the need to like latch on to the style of music that Big Bang does as a crutch. But yeah, I'd say like he still brings his own twist to this song. But yeah, this is definitely the most fun. This is like a really good concert song type of deal. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yeah, I so like Nate said earlier, I thought this sounded a lot like Crooked by GD, which is actually my favorite G Dragon song. Like I don't know, it's just nice and it's happy, except with GD's song, like it's actually a really sad song. It sounds happy. But I didn't check out the lyrics on this one. But yeah, this was super fun. It's nice. It's like, again, I'll use this analogy a lot throughout the, or I don't know if that's the right word, but throughout the episode, I'll be like, this is a great song to drive through, drive with. Like, again, like, you know, my commute from work, it's like an hour long, hour up, hour back. So I gotta like drive with the windows down because my AC doesn't work. So like, again, this is,
Oh, that's hell.
this, dude, all right, this is a tangent, but dude, the AC, when I turn it on, it goes, because it's broken.
The belt,
So-
or is it just like completely done?
I don't know. My car just starts screaming when I turn on the AC.
I
So
feel you.
I'm not.
not
I
good.
can't use it. I can't use it at all. Anyways, this song is perfect for that because, you know, just turn the radio all the way up, just like
just
have the
crank
windows
that
down.
shit up.
It's just good. All right. Just enjoy myself.
Next is Hotline, which is another EDM track. Very similar to Where Are You From? It's like straight, just like repetitive EDM. I think this is probably the weakest song on the album for me. Nothing like really stood out. It was good. I don't think any of the songs on this album are anywhere close to bad, but this one was definitely the most like just standard.
I actually enjoyed it a lot because it reminds me a lot of like what Psy. Again, this is a very reminiscent song to Psy, like what Psy does. So I think I appreciate the sort of style he brings to it.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with Nate that it stood out the least. But that being said, I love every album. So
Yeah, same.
either way, it's like, it's not a negative. It's just like the other ones were just better. Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's victim to.
It's
I know
the
what it sounds
Daya
like.
of this album.
It sounds like Gentleman.
I don't know.
Like it's very similar to the beat's very similar to Gentleman. If you go listen to the two.
Oh, okay, the beat. Okay, yeah, because like
Yeah,
the pre-chorus and stuff like that sounds.
Yeah, the pre-chorus
nothing.
is completely different because, like, I'd say he brings a different style of singing to it than what Psy would do.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. The yeah.
Yeah, I was really confused at first. I was like, wait a second, is this it?
Yeah. But yeah, overall, it was a good song. So.
Yep. Next is Honja Inun Pop, or
Alone.
Alone. So this is an EDM ballad. Is what I called it, because it really is.
Too bad it
though.
wasn't Tropical House.
It's a ballad with a lot of like electronic elements to it, I guess.
I mean,
is-
Big Bang has done it before. Like Baby,
Yeah, exactly.
Made was like that.
Yeah. But his voice throughout the song is another one that like really stood out to me. I really like the softer drop, which is like kind of what makes it feel like a EDM ballad, as I described it. The drop is really soft and fits the song well, but it still has a drop. This is actually my third favorite song. I really liked this song a lot.
Same. I liked it a lot. Again, just taking different influences like this. It's very drop is very reminiscent of like a Chainsmokers-esque.
Yeah.
Like, what was the song? God, I keep forgetting the song that they did with Coldplay.
Frick. I know what it's
Just
called.
like this or whatever. I don't know, something like that. I know the song. I hear it on the radio all the time. It has a very similar drop to that, so that's what it reminded me of. Oh,
I can't type. I was gonna look it up, but I have a Model M keyboard. I'm not gonna annoy you with it.
I got it. I'm done with my speech.
Something just like this.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I thought this song turned out good, especially like the hook that I don't want.
Yeah.
Like it's very, I don't know, it's just catchy. Like that's the part that'll get stuck in your head, kind of thing. So
Yeah. And finally, we have "Good Luck to You," and this song has an amazing guitar riff and an amazing drop. And
this actually is my co-favorite song.
Yeah, this one is really, really good.
Again, he's ending on really two solid like EDM songs. Where again, more this is the former was like more Chainsmokers, chill-esque. This is I guess more Big Bang-esque, very hype. Like you definitely feel like the DNA within the instrumentals of this track. Just again the build up, again, just perfect ending track.
Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. Again, like I think it's just my lack of knowledge, I guess. But like, there's just something about it. Like I just listened to it, I'm like, wow, I really love this. Like the drop was nice. Like it's weird because it's not something that's like too like I've never heard this before, but it just works really well. I guess it's just like I don't know, Seungri's like experience and expertise, I guess, that puts it all together so well.
Yep.
Kind of an X factor, I guess. I'll say I'll leave you on that. Anyways, I guess we can get on the ratings.
I mean,
So
do we all have the same score? Like, do we need
probably
to?
Maybe.
I mean, you know what I gave it. So
you
if you
know
guys
what I'm
gave
gonna
it the
give
same
it.
thing, then I gave it a 10 out of 10 for.
I gave it a 10 out of 10 too. I mean, yeah, like
So.
it's no secret basically. Like
10 out of 10.
Again, like Seungri is a master of his craft at this point in his career, and I'm like, if this is what we can expect from, like, if he has any influence on like the future of YG, I am so optimistic of where like that company would be going, because just the marrying of visual like storytelling with the music, just very few people can get it right, but somehow he gets it right. So again, if this is the last like solo album that we'll hear from him before enlistment, man, that's one hell of a way to go. That's one hell of a way to go, honestly.
Yeah, I think this is easily top contender for male solo artist of the year.
It's an album of the year contender,
and it's album of the year like contender for sure.
Definitely.
So like
I think like definitely like what you're saying about like if Seungri does take over YG, I feel like I don't know. I guess definitely hopeful for it, because I really don't know why YG artists don't
make
put out
good
music
decisions.
Like I don't get it at all. Like
nobody does.
Like I don't have a business degree or anything like that, but like I feel like it's common sense. You want to make money, you got to put out products. But like, you know,
especially when they're this good,
product and it's this good, like people are gonna still buy it. You don't need to build up hype. Like people are already hyped.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't see an excuse. Like Seungri, I think I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't go down that road, I guess. I feel like it's just an exclusive YG thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And what he's doing. So yeah, I feel like definitely like I'm willing to wait if it's this good, you know. It's a solo album that you're putting a lot of work and like heart into, but like, you know, like with the case of like Blackpink, for example, like the members weren't really that involved with it, and it's just YG just holding them like hostage,
Yeah.
basically. You know,
I-
same with like I don't know, same with like CL, like her albums, like it feels like it's never coming
Yeah.
out.
I feel
No,
like
it won't.
I feel like he values the like if you look at a lot of the credits,
Art,
he
you know.
yeah he's involved in a lot of like the music making process behind his own albums. So I feel like he values like the self-taught like working sort of thing. I mean, look at everyone that he Mino, VI, he's in like the people that he features on here are people who are sort of self-made artists as well. So I feel like that he'd sort of define that sort of mantra, and I'm just I hope he gets a chance to like run the show one day, please for the love of God, let him run Blackpink, please.
Well, I mean, I definitely agree, because like that's one thing that I do love about the fact that they've always had valued the sort of having the artists involved in the production.
Yeah.
Like they were the first ones to do it pretty much,
they
on
broke
a
that
big
ground.
scale. So, with Big Bang, right? So, yeah. I'm hopeful, and also this album was fantastic. So, yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's move on to topic 2, which
right.
is July 2018 releases part 1.
Part 1.
So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Now we're each gonna read out for a topic, so you don't have to listen to me talk as much. So yeah, I'll be doing part 1 like normal. And before we start, I'll go over the list of all of the things that came out this month that we reviewed, so you don't have to question why it's not on this list. We reviewed Chungha's Blooming Blue, G-Friend's Sunny Summer, Gugudan Semina's Semina, Card's Ride on the Wind, Mamamoo's Red Moon, Seungri's The Great Seungri, Triple H's Retro Futurism, and Yumire's Gemini 2.
Yep. Oh, so we'll be skipping over that part, obviously.
Yeah. Before we get into it, we never give a huge shout outs to the people on Reddit that compile this big ass list for us. So just huge shout outs to Taste the Rainbow. I believe they're like I don't know if they're a moderator on Reddit or not, but they're the ones that like they're the ones that make it. And DSS Decity on Reddit. They're always the ones that are making the list for us, and God, we'd be so screwed if we didn't have that list. So thank you guys.
Okay, we're starting off first with A-Jax, Japanese single You.
Never thought I'd hear those words uttered.
So I want Jacob to read his notes first.
All right, so on the Reddit post, the top and only is, oh wow, they still exist,
which is funny. And so I was originally only gonna put this song on the list as a joke, but I actually really like this song. Like the use of silence and drum fills during the chorus is like really good. So I was actually surprised. Because when I was in Korea, like a group of friends that I did K-pop stuff with were like super obsessed with A-Jax, because that was around when they debuted. So they were doing stuff in Korea a lot. And then they've never disbanded, but nobody knows who they are. So I felt like I had to put it on this list as a joke. But
they're basically
the song's actually
they're basically like after school, or just they're not doing much.
Except after school actually got big. A-Jax never got big.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I were to say anything, I think the song turned out well. Actually, it was more than I was expecting, considering like, they must be like still popular in Japan at least, or something.
Oh yeah, they have to at least, because they're still releasing.
Or,
almost everything they released is
significant fan base that they can live off of. Yeah. So.
Next we have Aeon from Bebop's digital single You and I. So I'm gonna steal Andrew's notes because I knew about this girl before. But basically she's a drummer of a girl band called Bebop. And she got like really popular because she did drum covers of metal songs in her underwear, basically.
And she's super hot. Holy shit.
Yeah. So she came out with a single, and it's like decent, chill, tropical house, which is not what anyone was expecting. But the MV is just clearly that same, like, we just want this to get popular because I'm hot and wearing a bikini. Just like she was hot and drumming in lingerie. so it
Hey.
just felt cheap.
If you never saw her cover of like Afterlife by Avenged Sevenfold, holy shit! Like she's
a really good drummer.
Good, and apparently it's listed as former drummer, so like Bebop might have broken up or something like that.
Oh, probably.
Oh man, that sucks.
I'd
But
never
it's-
actually heard of the band. I only heard of her.
I looked up like
covers,
one clip of them like performing live, then that was it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's just like I'd say the production is one of the situations where like the production is really good. It's just that her vocals are kind of maybe a bit too soft
Lacking,
and
yeah.
like kind of maybe a bit too boring for the type of song. That'd
Yeah.
be my only complaint. But I mean that doesn't really matter. She's gonna be successful. she's gonna be successful either way. Honestly,
I don't know. It depends on what you describe as success as.
she's gonna be successful because she's gonna have a lot of fans. That's all I'm saying.
So I enjoyed this. Just think like, I don't know, for the MV, like you don't have to just, I don't know, just wear a bikini and show your boobs the whole time to, like, you know what I
But
mean?
I mean,
Like,
it's what she's known for. Pretty much. Like I'm very sure. I'm almost 100% sure. Like that's her visual appeal is what sort of drew
100%.
people
Yeah,
to,
like
yeah.
to like her drum covers.
It's the same thing as like Twitch streamers. Like
Yeah.
I
like
don't know. It's
no one would
movie
have
stream.
paid attention to those drum covers. I mean, she's good, but there's a billion people doing Avenged Sevenfold drum covers on YouTube.
Yep.
But because she was like in her lingerie and hot, that's why it got popular.
Yeah,
You should go
I
back
think
and
it's
tell me.
just,
I want to see it.
I think it's just for me. I don't know. It's just not my style. Like I said
Yeah,
it like
same,
several times this month because we get that a lot in a few MVs. Like it's just not my style. I don't need this sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Like I don't know. I just don't need. I just rather they leave more to the.
You want some
imagination,
substance
I
to the
guess.
MV.
It's just it's very like just forward facing or like just skin deep to some degree.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It feels it's skin deep, like yeah.
Mm.
Okay,
being
let's
said-
move on. Oh, do you have more?
I was gonna say, that being said, I hope she does more music. I just hope she does
more rock
I guess
music,
next time.
please.
Yeah, dude, do a rock song. Like,
Oh, that'd be
screw
so
it.
sick.
Come back with a new band and call it Cowboy because your last one was called Bebop.
Do a cover of the
There you
Cowboy
go.
Bebop, like do a metal cover of the
Dude,
Cowboy Bebop.
that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Do that actually.
Please.
Okay, let's move on to Amber's Bacon Love, which is a YouTube video. It's
Oh my
featuring Kirsten Lay, Mike Bosho, Emily Gould, and Dinetrabfit. So this is basically Song of the Year. But to be honest, like this just made me realize that when FX inevitably disbands, Amber just needs to start the K-pop Lonely Island.
Yeah, that'd be
Yes,
amazing.
That's what this
please.
reminds me of.
And no, she
like
needs to get
Lonely
actual,
Island.
because like you know how Lonely Island gets actual artists like to feed.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
needs
yeah,
to
exactly.
get actual. She has so many connections.
That's what I want. Like where she gets like
Just get like
Taeyeon
Taeyeon again.
to make like and she's just making a ridiculous parody song, but Taeyeon's featured on it for some reason.
So who at the government do I have to talk to get this to be to petition this to be the new like national anthem of the United States?
God.
Bacon is bacon a big thing in Korea or no? just curious.
They have bacon. I've been on Tandem talking to somebody. I asked them if they had bacon.
They have bacon in Korea.
I was like, "Do you have bacon in Korea?"
I mean,
And they're
they
like,
have.
"Yeah, we do."
They have like a lot of American restaurants that do
Oh,
breakfast.
I figured
like
it sucks, but,
Subway's
like-
there, like McDonald's there. They all use bacon.
Yeah, but there was something I remember I asked about something, but they didn't have it. And I was really surprised. I don't remember what it was.
Canadian bacon.
Dude, Canadian bacon can suck me.
Yeah,
I
Canadian
hate
bacon is garbage. It's just ham.
It's just ham. I like ham though.
Yeah,
Dude.
no, I'm not. No, ham is
Canada,
my least
you
favorite
need-
meat.
Canada, you should be ashamed of your bacon. It's not bacon. It's not, and it's not as good.
The only thing is, I hope that like Army takes this in stride and that she's not making fun of BTS.
No, I
Oh
think
no,
they'd be fine.
I thought it was good. For some reason though, I knew it would be a BTS cover when I saw the when I knew it'd be
Bacon
apparent.
Love.
It's called Bacon Love. Well,
Yeah.
Andrew on his notes, I'm so sick of this bacon love. But for some reason, I read it somebody yesterday or whatever was. I was with my friend and I think it came on the radio, the Selena Gomez song. I'm so sick of the same old love. I read it in that tune instead
Oh,
for
really?
some reason because that was the last one I
I
heard.
can't go back to listening to Fake Love anymore. I just gonna keep thinking Bacon Love. This song is so amazing.
Mhm.
Dude, the MV got like crazy though. The part where the girl had just like
She had, like,
covered in
all-
bacon.
Yeah.
and the bacon outfits and like I feel like that's our next K-pop cosplay. We have to go buy like the bacon outfits and just show up to a K-pop event sometime.
Yeah.
Next we have A-Pink's mini album 1 and 6 with the title track "I'm So Sick," and
So
it finally happened. It finally happened. They finally did a mature, sexy concept, and it's so good. Like, it turned out so well. They like it fits them so well, and because they did the classy, sexy, not like I don't know.
Trashy
They just
sexy.
did what they knew would. I didn't want to say trashy because there are other types of sexy concepts that aren't. I wouldn't call classy, but I also wouldn't call trashy. But no, yeah, like this just fit them so well, and the song is just really good.
I'd say it's a net positive for me. I'd say the only sort of detriment would be I think the sort of like da, 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 like it kind of got repetitive and annoying. But other than that, like visually, it's incredible. Musically, it's incredible. I love the verses, especially. I'm just imagining Naeun saying like, "God damn it! Finally, we get to do something." Because I feel like Naeun's like the only one outside, or I feel like she's the one that's like doing like 90% of like the sexy stuff. Like, but it's
Well,
outside
no,
of-
it was 100% Namju. Namju is the one that's been waiting
Oh
for
yeah,
sexy concept.
she loves sexy stuff. Yeah, she like every time on variety shows, she always has to do some sort of sexy dance.
Yeah.
but
Because she just
it
that's
was
the
a long
only
time
place
coming.
she could have ever gotten it out.
Oh
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I'd say still net positive. I enjoyed it, and I'm glad the direction that they're going in. And wow, 31 million views. I mean, everyone else seems to like it too. So
Well, yeah, I mean, A-Pink's
yeah,
it's
A-Pink's
good,
huge,
but I mean,
yeah.
like I feel like everyone was kind of waiting for this for a while.
Well, yeah, but like if you look at like girl group rankings, like they're always
they're always at the top. Yeah,
like even with like how old they've gotten and not being like, I guess as huge as SNSD is, but like they were all there always. Like ever since, I don't know, like no probably is probably when they
Yeah.
blew up like huge. So yeah.
Also-
yeah. I mean,
Oh, good.
yeah, go ahead.
No, you can go.
Oh yeah, I was just saying, like, yeah, like LUV has 53 million views.
Yeah.
I see.
They
I still
usually
think
get around.
it's a good direction that they're going in, and also just Bomi's hair is
Pandas unite.
Bomi's hair is 100,000 times better than it was in. Remember what like that weird like
5.
short? Oh god, it was so bad. It's way better now, and like she should just stick to like long with like she can keep the bangs just as long as it's long. Like it's a huge improvement. That definitely helped with this song.
Yep. Anything else, Jacob?
Nothing other than like I really love the like electronic instrumentals. Like those make this. Also the sort of I don't know, the chorus is. It like originally when I first listened to it, it didn't stand out as much, but like as I listened to it, like it just like I don't know, it grew on me a ton. Like this is one of my favorite songs of the year.
Yep. Same. Next we have A-Soul's mini album Asabi
Also,
with the title track "Fill Me Up." So Andrew didn't like it. Spoilers, but I thought it was like just weird and cool. Like it was weird in a good way. But that's really the only way I would describe it.
It just felt like a mess to me.
Yeah. Andrew?
Why are all my notes messed up? No,
I told you. Yeah, I told you yesterday. I was like, you didn't mark Ashley, and you marked A-Soul as a negative, and I was confused.
No, that was Ashley.
Awesome.
Anyway,
That's what I thought.
I enjoyed this.
Okay, yeah, that's
I
what I
really
thought. I
enjoyed
was
this.
really confused.
Yeah, no,
I was like, you bought the album when you didn't like the
like
title track?
I'd say the only thing is it probably kind of pales in comparison to Sandcastles and Always With You, but man, I just love the sort of like unique style that she brings to her music. And again, she's self-produced. She releases it all on her own, pretty much. I went on Bandcamp and bought her album because I need this in my life, and I left her a little message saying like thank you, because she follows anyone, or she like retweets anyone that sort of like talks about her music, and we like ended up on one of the other release lists. We mentioned her at one point, so yeah,
That's
I'm
cool.
glad she's doing well.
Yep. Next we have Ashley from Ladies Code with her debut digital single Here We Are. And I could listen to summer electronic songs like this for the rest of my life, and I think this one's really good. And she's my bias in Ladies Code, so I'm really happy that she finally got a solo, and it's good. But yeah, it's just it's like nothing special, I guess, but I love this type of music, so
I mean,
for
me, if there's nothing special, there's nothing worth listening to. I mean, again, I'd say the instrumentals aren't like my gripe with this. It's just the melody that they did in the chorus is very one note. It's like, here we are, just like it stays in like the same range. Like I felt it should keep building, especially in the verses. She kept building and building and building. So there's such a dichotomy between just how much energy she was building up in the verses and how flat the chorus was. That's my only problem with it. I mean,
the vocal equivalent of Steve Aoki drop.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I feel like if anything, that's the most important part, is just like how you write the melody of the chorus. Because again, if it feels boring, no one's gonna enjoy the song, because the chorus is the first thing that's gonna get stuck in people's heads. So, like, I don't know. It just I kind of feel it's just in a similar place to where I was with Why Don't You Know with Chungha, where you just kind of tweak the chorus and I'd enjoy it way more. And I mean, visually she looks incredible. And also there was a bald dude in the background with sunglasses, and I was like, is that Mr. Boombox? But no, it wasn't. I had to double take it.
Freaking Wolwari just invading Ashley's music video. That'd be so weird. Anyways, for me, I like the song. I wasn't completely blown away at first, but again, I think it grew on me a bit. So I think overall, I think it makes, again, good summer driving music. I just need I have a summer playlist I have right now of just good summer songs. Those are the best to drive to right now.
Yeah. Next, we have Astro's special mini album Rise Up with the title track You. And it's amazing. So happy they're doing another like mature sounding like style, and I thought it was really good. I'm upset that they're not promoting it, because the bits of choreo in the music video are insane, and I want a full song, but unfortunately they're not promoting it. But the song is really, really good.
Yeah, I feel like this is the next logical step for them to take after Crazy Sexy Cool, where Crazy Sexy Cool is kind of a half step between that and like their previous music. So it kind of feels like when 17 sort of took that jump as well. It's very similar. This song is taking a bit of more of an electronic route to it. So yeah, visually pleasing MV. I'm glad I like where they're going right now. So I just hope that they can break out a bit more.
Yeah, so I like the song like quite a bit, but like my only gripe is like the drop feels like way too like typical Chainsmoker drop, I guess. I'm kind of getting like a little sick of it, I guess.
I can see
heard it
that.
from 17. I heard it from some other people. It's just like I'm over it now.
That's probably
It's not it.
All
right, well, what?
This is a mess. This is a fucking mess. Go ahead.
It hasn't happened in a while. It doesn't happen very often anymore.
All right, basically, what I was gonna say is it's not a huge gripe. It's just like I wish, I don't know, so they'd come up with something else, I guess. However, I love that they're doing a more mature concept. I hope they continue that.
Yeah, I think just Chainsmokers esque drop is kind of like the new tropical house. Like I feel like that's sort of the next. It seems like the next trend. So yeah, we're probably gonna get sick of it.
Yeah,
I won't, because I don't get sick of anything.
Yeah, your favorite 17 song is "Don't Wanna Cry."
Yeah. Followed by Thanks.
I like that, but
I like that
again,
song.
it's
followed by Thanks, which is literally the second, like the sequel to that song.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually, actually, because we'll have to talk about that again.
Yep. Next we have Bubblegum Sa's digital single Deja Vu, which is the Red Diary hidden track, whatever that means. And
Hidden
it's
There's
card.
2 hidden tracks.
the goodness. It's amazing, but it's Bubblegum, so there's not much else to say about it.
I actually don't have much to say about.
Okay.
I don't have much to say about Deja Vu, just because I fell in love with. Because there was 2 tracks on this. It was Deja Vu and another song called 6 O'clock. I fell so in love with 6 O'clock. I almost forgot about Deja Vu.
It's actually a cover of the Eurobeat song.
No. Oh yeah,
What?
Deja Vu. I just been in this place. Hey, that's our 100 sub song. But
6 O'clock is a 1/4 of a cover of Sunmi's 24.
Oh my god.
Are we really going that far for the?
Yep.
So yeah, I loved both songs so much, just because I'd say compared to what they put out on like the Red Diaries, I feel like it's a lot more laid back, and I'm a huge fan. Like the music I came out of, like when it comes to like YouTube, like a lot of like the like Filipino acoustic guitar West Coast people, like it kind of reminded me of that kind of sound, just because like the picking, the guitar picking on this is incredible, and obviously like Jiyoon's voice is just like I don't know why we haven't gotten sick of it, like because usually because they make very like sort of similar styles of music all the time. It's just that I don't know, it just hasn't soured on us.
I just eat this stuff up, man.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, same.
Like all I wrote in my notes was, I think we all know at this point that I just love everything Bubblegums.
You're the biggest Bubblegum fanboy.
Next we have Crush's mini album Wonderlost with the title track Serial featuring Zeke. I didn't have anything to say.
I like how they feature on each other's. Well, Zico actually features on this song, and then Crush makes an appearance in Zico's
Shows
song
up in his MV, yeah.
Yeah. It's a very weird music video because like the backup dancers are like invisible. I don't know. There's like a tape deck and like but yeah, it's really good still from Crush. And also like his hair is blue.
Blue. He's doing a Sonic cosplay, okay?
Yeah.
Anyways, so for me, I thought the music video, the beat was really boring. It's just like dude, like I don't know. It's just like it didn't really go anywhere the entire song. It kind of just stayed there. Like it built it up in the beginning and then it just left it. I don't know. I think they could have done something else there, because like Crush, really good vocalist.
Yeah.
Zico, really amazing rapper.
Well, Zico,
like, again, it's just the beat.
He almost stole it with his verse though. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
Like Zico verses are just legendary at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Next we have Goopchick Don's unit debut single Goopchick, which Andrew wanted to talk about.
So apparently there's some. They all belong to this company called All S, and apparently, like the male members are debuting in a group called Diamond Crunch, and like the female members are gonna debut later. So yeah, they're just a bunch of trainees that did a co-ed song together. I mean,
I was gonna say this sounds awfully similar to like a co-ed school situation.
Yeah.
I've never heard co-ed school or I don't know much about co-ed school again. Besides what you guys tell me, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird to see like usually when they do co-ed songs, rarely do you get both a male rapper and a female rapper. So that was an interesting take.
I thought the female rapper was good in this song, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
She was pretty good.
Next we have George's mini album set. Yes, George.
Actually,
lowercase G.
George.
Mini album cassette with the title track "Go Hey Go Back." And I guess I'll talk after you guys, because what I want to say is based off of Andrew's. So
yeah, I mean, again, I need more of this lo-fi, like both visually and like music in my life. And oh my god, yeah, like the one distinction I'd made is a bit more like heavy on synths, whereas like a lot of Off and Off is just very like empty. But again, they're very similar in that they were very good with falsetto.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever heard of George before this, but man, I'm gonna look up way more of his music.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely for me. Like, what I wrote in my note is like, off first listen, like I really, really love this. Like, yeah, like Andrew said, it's like off on off, but with more synths, so it makes it a little more like lively. Because off on off is supposed to be a little like a very, very laid back.
Yeah.
Like, I guess again, I'll keep putting this in driving terms now. This is the theme for this month. Like you drive to off on off at night, but you drive to this in the daytime.
Okay.
I guess.
I feel you on that. I like that analogy.
Yeah, I mean, my notes were basically like you guys said, it's like off on off with more synths, and
Yeah.
that made me like it a lot more. I did like off on off, but it's not something I would go out of my way to listen to because it's just not my style. Where this I would, because like you said, it feels more lively. So yeah, I like this. Next we have Golden Child, single album Goldenness with the title track Let Me. And yeah, I just want to talk about this because I think they're growing on me a lot. Like I liked how fun pop rocky this is. Like a lot of people are comparing it to like One Direction, and I can totally see it. It's just that like really upbeat, like fun pop rock song. And I thought it fit them really well. So I liked this.
So how much closer does this bring them to ruling the world for
100 years? Yeah. we're getting there. Slightly more. Slightly closer.
Oh, man. For those that don't understand, like it's something that they mentioned in their KCON New York
intro.
like met thing.
Yeah.
It was really funny. 100, you're not gonna be alive.
Everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" Oh boy.
Next, we have Seungri's Blue Moon debut digital single, Seungri from Nine Muses.
Excuse you, it's Seungri.
No, it's Seungri.
Seungri.
It's Seungri, like it is pronounced the way we've always pronounced it.
Yeah,
it's just spelled stupidly.
I don't like how
I've been caught like spelling it the other way for so long that I just can't.
Yeah, no, I've been doing it that way like too. So there's no point in them changing it at this point.
But no, the song is amazing. It's basically like female move from Taemin.
That's the thing I say a lot actually this month. There's a lot of like Taemin inspired songs.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's another song that's very Taemin inspired. But yeah, the song, the choreo are both fantastic. The drop is so good. Like, I don't know, everything about this was exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, I thought
my Nine Muses bias.
Yeah, I thought this turned out really well. Like, it's weird. Again, it's another song I can't.
Did you
My playlist? So
that happened to Andrew too. I could tell on his face. Like you just cut out for like a good 10 seconds for us. Like your audio is still gonna record it, but we have no idea what you said.
Anyway,
don't worry about it, listeners. They're delusional.
Anyway, I'd say I like it overall again with like the Taemin vibes, but I don't know. I kind of just wish it went straight into like the chorus because it starts out kind of empty, and I don't know. Maybe that just kind of threw me off a bit, but otherwise, it's what I expected from Seungri to do like a solo type thing. Like it's what I expected from her, and props to her because I feel like she gets kind of a rap where she's just a pretty face, but she has a lot of talent. So I mean, she's like half the reason why anyone like she's like the only person that anyone like ever recognizes from Nine Muses, unfortunately. But she has a lot of talent still, so yeah, you can't overlook that.
Yeah. Next we have H1 from Monsta X, which is Youngwon if you don't know, and Jimmy Clash.
DJ H1.
DJ H1.
When I first read the artist like on our spreadsheet real fast, I thought it said his name was Johnny Cash. Like what?
Johnny Cash.
Yeah,
from the
Jimmy
dead.
Clash.
His name is Jimmy Clash. So I was like, Johnny Cash? What? What are you doing?
This is a digital single, My Name, featuring Talk. Talk, Talk, Sick, Sick, not Toxic. Toxic.
That's what it meant. I did not realize that this entire time what toxic meant.
If you say it the right way, it sounds like toxic, but toxic. But it's Youngwon and which Mon Baby. Monster X Bomb,
Status.
and Tropical House. So obviously, I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm glad he's like sort of taking the DJ or going more deeply into the DJing aspect of things. So hopefully he'll get to do it I guess more visibly alongside Monster X and like do music videos and everything. I'm sure they can get promoted that way.
Yeah, I'm sure Starship would be down with that. Next we have Holland's digital single "I'm So Afraid." There was also a "I'm Not Afraid," so it was like a double single type thing.
Yeah, double single. All right, I guess I'll take the blame on this one.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing wrong with Holland. I'm glad that he's not afraid. To sort of he's not afraid to like be himself. For those that don't know, I don't think anyone doesn't know at this point. Like, Holland is being I guess proclaimed as one of the first few openly gay K-pop singers. Again, there's nothing wrong with his ambition. It's just his singing still isn't good. It's still not good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think also he's using. I don't like the fact that he uses selling point instead of just a fact. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want it to be a gimmick. I just want it to be just like it's just a thing.
Yeah,
you know
I feel
what I mean?
I think.
Good.
I don't think he's using it as a gimmick. I think he's using it to get it out there and try to make it more.
I understand that. I think.
But
for
yeah,
me,
it can come off as a gimmick.
Yeah, like for me, it just rubs me the wrong way. I guess it's like, because like again, I'm perfectly fine with there being obviously openly gay like idols or whatever. It doesn't matter. Obviously, they exist, and they should be able to like put that out there. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not with it. I guess
I think
the whole like just that's what he's known for instead of his music.
Yeah,
I mean?
It's just if that's all he has to offer, then I don't think he's going to succeed as a musician. That's just putting that out there right now, because I mean, there's again we've touched on this before, but like you still have to have some like level of substance to your music, and he's getting really good like instrumentals
production.
Apparently they work with Cooper mentioned they work with Card or something like that, so he's getting decent people. It's just either like take the time to learn like not to use a nasally voice, because that's a very important sort of thing, especially for this type of music where it can get very repetitive and it's very reliant on your singing ability. So yeah, I want him to improve. I need him to improve, because I don't know if you're just gonna end up being like it'd be the worst thing. You just end up being like a prop, or like just like something that's just like, ooh, that's a nice thing, and then everyone forgets about it because there wasn't that much substance to the music. So that's why I want him to like bring more to the table vocally. Nate.
Yeah, I'll end like I actually liked these songs an okay amount. His singing definitely needs to improve. I really didn't like his debut. But I think these were saved by the instrumentals. They were like really, really good. So I actually did enjoy these songs a bit. But yeah, I do wish that he does improve, because I think it would be a good thing to have an openly gay K-pop idol. Like,
that was super famous.
Just
not for being gay.
But he's not gonna do well if he doesn't have the talent to back it up. So and he needs to put the work in. Next, last for part 1, we have Hyolyn Setup Time project single CC.
Not the
SEA.
Yeah, not SISI, not Spanish.
Not SISI, not CICI, not the letter C twice. Like so many ways.
It's a weird situation where I think I like the song. I like the song a lot, but I felt like the choreography was a huge step down from what we got in Dali. I don't know. It just felt like that's her thing. Like she's being super sexy now that she's been freed from like the shackles of traditional K-pop. It's just that it kind of felt like that's all she had in this music video because she does decent choreography, but I mean it just felt like too bogged down considering how good the song actually is.
Yeah. So for me, I love the song. I think it's like an actual progression of her being in Sistar to her being on. Like it's still got the like. I guess sort of like legacy like style, but with her own, things to add. Like I've been listening to the song like, every day since it came out. It's really, really great. But again, like the MV, like I don't need all this like I don't know, like maybe I'm too like conservative,
Prude.
I guess, with my taste in like women's fashion, but like I just don't need all the skin, I guess. You know what I mean?
Again, it's too distracting from the music.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it has to accentuate
I can't stop my male eyes.
Jacob wants women's fashion to regress to the 1700s where
we're seeing ankle is like that's the thing.
Like,
I took
that's
too far.
Yeah, I took fashion history where you basically women would just wear like super long ass dresses where you're in like long socks because you're not supposed to even like the neck. That's why you're supposed to have long hairs because you don't want to show the nape or whatever. But I mean, again,
that's too far. It's too far.
It's musically it's good, but yeah, I think dial it back a bit because again, I don't want it to become a gimmick. I don't want her to turn into Hyuna. I'm sorry. That's my one sort of like thing that I have. Or
turns out tomorrow we find out that Hyolin's been dating Edon for 2 years.
Don't say that, please. I don't want to get ruined by turning on stance.
Edon's polyamorous.
Anyways, so I guess going back, to the one piece bathing suits, I think were fine. I think the part with the giant like fishnet, I didn't like.
It was alright.
That was too much.
But
that was too much.
The bathing, it definitely because the song had like a really like 80s like SoCal vibe to it. That sort of like West Coast vibe to it. So like the outfits definitely fit like visually and musically as well.
I think like the part with the rainbow swimsuit and like it's okay to have some, but not like the entire music video, I guess is what I'd say for my personal taste.
Back. Yeah, that's it's a tiny complaint in comparison to just how much.
Like I love the song. I'm not gonna just stop listening to Hyolyn.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Topic 3, which is releases part 2. Andrew gets to read now.
All right. Next up, we have.
It's a big moment, Andrew.
Oh God! Yep. Wait, hold on. It's
still screwed up. Oh, he already screwed it up. You're fired. I'm doing it.
No. We have the song that I put. Cooper would kill us if we don't cover it. It is Into its single album, Into the Fever, with the title track "Sorry for My English."
Yep. So this is like a Tiara song. It's like super retro, and I liked it a lot because of that. We don't get that very often anymore. Not this type of retro, like disco-y retro.
Are we doing the same order or?
No, you go. I go first, and then.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's
confused because we've never done this before.
It's uncharted territory.
So basically, I thought the song was really good. I had this to nail, like it's kind of like Tiara, like but with a modern guy group sort of twist, I guess. The one thing was annoying me in the MV. One of the guys had like lipstick and it was like way too obvious.
It's too red.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you look like you got your like lips pumped or something. I think it's just lipstick. I'm like, it's a little too much. Like I understand like making a pop for the music video or whatever, but I'm like, you literally look like you literally just put on like your mother's lipstick. But it's again, it's not really a complaint. I just thought it was funny.
Next, we have Jenyer, also known as Ji-yoon, formerly of 4 Minute, her digital single Bus. I think the sort of, I guess, defining characteristic of this song, I believe, is just, it reminds you of Haze, surprisingly. And thinking like, okay, Ji-yoon from 4 Minute, like hard-hitting, like rap and hip-hop and like EDM group. does all the solo stuff that's like really chill, and like it's such an interesting sort of reversal when it comes to her solo music. But she has the voice for it, and again, I feel like her voice talent was just kind of underutilized in 4 Minute to some degree because they only had so many ballad tracks.
Well, it's not till like 2013 when they freaking started making her do rap, and then it came out like after she'd been on Pretty Rap Star. She's like, I don't even want to rap, making me rap, and they made me go on the show. And I felt out of place because I'm not because she didn't feel like a legit rapper or anything. And I was like if you had asked me in like 2012 when I first got into this would be the type of music I would have expected from McGeeun like solo. Yeah. So this is what I like to see because I feel like this is ultimately the type of stuff she likes to make.
Definitely. So,
yeah, I really enjoyed the the R&B style of this.
Yeah. For me, like I missed 4 Minute and but I love Jiyoon doing style because she her voice that much and it's really good.
All right, next we have Jesse's digital single Down, which was produced by Gray. It's interesting that Jesse and Hyodin are really good friends, so it's interesting that they both are doing like sexy like beach concepts at the same time. But
yeah,
I know people weren't too high on the song from what I've seen on like the internet, but man, I've been waiting for Jessie to do a song like this because it kind of feels like it's perfect. And I'm a crazy person that prefers Jessie singing to her rapping. Like not that her rapping is bad, it's just that I love her voice. So I'm glad that we're getting
she's a great vocalist.
Yeah, yeah, she's super underrated when it comes to her vocals, just because she's more well known for just like her crazy antics and being a good rapper. But yeah. I was really sold on this. I don't know who that random the music video is weird because like some random guy that just like she kisses or whatever, and like her outfits are really risque. But I mean, she pulls it off incredible.
Yeah, I thought the MV was good. Again, it was just like same issue with the other two songs, a little too revealing. But again, I'm trying not to complain too much.
It's Jessie. Yeah,
third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
I don't want to seem like I'm like that old man who's like yelling at the song.
Aeon, Hyolin, now Jessie.
This is the last one. So
I was gonna say I don't think there were any more.
You guys can relax.
Yeah, for me, I really liked how minimalistic the instrumentals are in this song.
Yeah, the drop.
I thought it like stood out a lot for me, and like I really enjoyed the song a lot.
Yeah.
Next, we have KQ Fellas. I swear, that's just their pre-debut name. It's not as.
it's with a Z, by the way.
Yeah, KQ Fellas.
It should have been their full name. Their official name should have just been Fellas.
Yeah, KQ Fellas with the title track "From," which I believe came from like the last episode of their. They had like a because they got famous or they got popular because some of them are on Mix 9, and then after Mix 9, they started like a. I guess training survival show type thing on their YouTube channel where they went to America to like practice for a debut. The final group name is called A-Jax. I think they sort of got popular because they got popular because they got there was a dance cover that they did that went a bit viral, and for some reason one of them isn't debuting with the final group. His name is Lee Junyoung. It's just an interesting situation. I mean, like the song isn't too bad, but I just wanted to go over the details. Next, we have La Boom with the single album Between Us, title track Between Us.
Can I go first?
You can go. Nate's killing with anticipation.
So just like A-Pink, like they finally did like a sexy concept, like classy sexy concept, and I did not expect it at all when the teasers came out. I was like, what is going on? I'm freaked out a little bit. But no, like everything about the song is perfect. Like the instrumentals, the singing, the subtle bass, the choreo is amazing, especially like the point choreography, like how it fits with the rhythm of the singing is so good. Like the styling, just I've watched like every live stage of the song so far. It's up there for one of my favorite Lil Boom songs, and I did not expect it to happen at all.
The end. Anyways, I really I thought it like I was not expecting anything like it was like completely like foul ball like, but I'll take it, like honestly, like amazing. Also, question, is the MV still in 4K?
I don't know. I never
Yes,
checked.
I watched it. I watched it on my brand new spanking new
Oh,
4K
it's 4K.
TV.
I gotta go watch that at some point. 'cause I never did.
As you should. Yeah, Nate's got to watch it in 4K OLED.
Yep.
Like, I think I might have enjoyed it a bit more than A-Pink's song, but I'd still had some problems with it. Yeah, I'm glad that I don't mind them going to this because it's funny. Like ZN kind of brought a bit of like unity back into like the main group. And I'll say I don't know how much success they'll have post Huihi, post Yulhi leaving because of certain situations. But I think it's still a good song. Though this is probably the last song. A Laboom song is probably the last song I expected. That like bed squeaking sound effect that I keep hearing in
that was funny.
like, rap songs when they're talking about like having like hard sex all night or something like that. Like geez, like freaking Wale ruined that song or that sound effect for me because I kept hearing it in a lot of his songs. Whale
and Rap Monster. throwback joke for you, old school.
Yeah, well, our
Daebak
OG fans. Next up, we have Leo from VIX with his debut mini album Canvas. The title track is called Touch and Sketch. I guess I'll just go for it. This is the other song I found that had a lot of Taemin inspiration. Like it's so overt just from the hair, like the outfits, the vocals definitely. So it's that's cool that Taemin has had such an impact on both male and female like idols that where they basically everyone's sort of just like taking after that style that he helped pioneer. It's definitely very much in line with like the VIX's aesthetic and like I enjoyed it surprisingly.
Yeah, that's pretty much my exact notes. Was like, this is very Taemin-esque. I enjoyed it.
All right, next we have Lime from Hello Venus. It is a FM 2018 project single. The title track is Miss You featuring Jero.
Yeah, so that's like Fantagio's.
Yeah, Fantagio's like station type thing.
Technically, it's wrong in the spreadsheet. It's FM 201.8 because it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a radio station. Or whatever.
Yeah.
The dot's just in the wrong spot. But yeah, this is Lime doing Tropical House. Obviously, I enjoyed it. I just wanted to shout it out because we haven't heard anything from Hello Venus since like the beginning of last year. So hopefully we can get something new soon.
Next, we have Lime Soda. Lime Soda's digital single, All Eyes on Me, which is not a cover of the Tupac song. Okay, so they're just like a random group that we ended up covering like last year with... They released like some song on releases that we covered. It was a cutesy concept, and then for whatever reason they just like if you look at like the thumbnail that we have, they just switched to, like a sexy concept. I was like, wait, what? It was very confusing, and also they might be in a bit of trouble because they had a make star for their second album, and apparently it's been constantly delayed over and over again. So and their first song had a like extravagant, very expensive looking music video, and this didn't even this got like barely a teaser and no music video whatsoever. So that's very, very, very interesting.
Probably a problem with the management.
Yeah.
So with this song, I thought the song and the beat were both good, but like I was listening to the vocals and they sound really, really. I don't know if they put some kind of like filter or effect over their voice, or if they literally just didn't have that good of a microphone, but like it sounds like weird to me. I don't know, like muffled. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just that was pretty much the only gripe I had with it.
I think it sounds kind of weird because they're doing like the multi-layered vocal thing. It's just that the background is really soft, so it sounds like what? Like you can barely hear the effect. That might be throwing it off for you.
Maybe, I don't know. I just it sounded like they weren't using a very good. It was just weird.
I mean, I wouldn't be
listened
surprised.
to it a couple times, so yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot wrong with this company if we're seeing all this news about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, next we have Lovely's the digital I keep saying signal digital single Wagzak, which I have to quote myself like directly here. Quote, I would have enjoyed their last mini album more if this was the lead single. Honestly, like this blows like the last song out of the water completely. That's all I have to say.
Jacob.
Oh, I didn't realize Nate didn't. I thought, didn't you
No.
already say something?
No,
Or-
I haven't said. No, usually I don't know. You've been going before.
Really?
Just go.
Yeah,
Just go.
you didn't even notice.
Oh no, I don't know. Whatever.
You're so
It's 'cause
used to
I'm
going right
going
after
Andrew.
So that's why I think what we should do is just keep the same rotation. Just the person reading starts.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay. All
so
right.
yeah,
Anyway,
you just go after Andrew.
Okay, so typically, like Lovelyz, like their music doesn't really stand out to me as much, which is weird because theoretically I should like them because their like style is like something that I've liked in other groups. I don't know. I think it's just specific songs and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought this song was a lot of fun. So yeah, this is definitely a lot better than a lot of their other stuff in my opinion. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, this is definitely my favorite Lovely single. I think
Of all time?
Like I think this is probably my favorite ever put out. I've literally been listening to this like every day since it came out, like all month. It's I don't know, it's just that perfect mix of like that like electronic-y Lovelyz song like style, but with that like summer electronic pop stuff that like Ashley gave us and like Twice gave us that we'll talk about after or later. That I just was so good for me.
Yeah, they were able to like seamlessly fuse like your prototypical like summer house song with chiptunes-esque Lovelyz, and that's like not having that electronic chiptunes is why I hated That Day so much, because it barely or like the like I mean maybe, but other than that it was such a step back. But yeah, I'm back on the Lovelyz train after this. I want to see where they'll take, if they'll go forward with this concept or if they'll just go back to like what they were doing before.
Yeah.
Next up, I know Nate's gonna enjoy this song. Next up we have Minso with the CF digital single Zero. Speaking of something, or the MV was filmed in the same location as Kim Lip's Eclipse and Stray Kids' Elevator. It's a CF for some random Nexon mobile. I don't know if it's a mobile game or like some MMO or whatever. It's called Dungeon Fighters. Yeah, it's not. It's a Korean grinder, so you know. Nate, you can just you go. Nate, go ahead. Yeah,
just go.
Yeah, just go. You're probably gonna explain it better than I will.
Okay, so like this is probably my song of the year. I have to think about if it beats Get It. But like it's just this like has this orchestral film soundtrack, like uplifting like orchestral anthem. And so I used to listen before K-pop, I listened to symphonic and power metal, which is like this song is basically that type of song, but pop instead of metal.
So like Nightwish.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Nightwish. This is like a pop song
Pop
version
Nightwish
of Nightwish.
isn't something I never expected to. Like,
But that's what this
come
is.
across this show.
And
yeah,
it's so good. There's just like so many different like brass sections. It's an actual orchestra. There's like a French horn part, which I know Umu freaked out about.
Yeah,
there's a trombone
reaction,
part. Like,
yeah, her reaction was precious.
There's Gregorian chant, which we haven't got since Mama. Like just everything about the song. Like I listened to it at work, and I literally listened to it like 6 times in a row without like anything else. Like
I do the same thing.
It just blew me away.
But when you think about it, like it makes sense because it's a CF for like a fantasy like.
Yeah, exactly.
Hack and slash like role playing game. So
yeah,
like,
which is what
sense.
Symphonic metal is like.
Yeah,
it's like fantasy novel metal music basically.
Yeah, and for whatever reason they're like doing parkour in the music video, and
yeah,
there's like
I didn't
dance
even talk
break.
about that. MV.
Or like
MV's really weird.
There's like a orchestral break that sounds like something out of Final Fantasy. Like there's like a lot going on in this song, but it's incredible.
Yeah, it sounds like One Winged Angel, like the bridge. It's ridiculous, like everything about the song.
Jacob's notes are, quote, "Holy fucking shit, Batman."
Yeah, that's basically what my reaction was to it when I was listening to it for the first time. I was like, "Oh my god!" So yeah, like basically Nate pretty much covered everything musically, but like these are the type of songs why I spend so much money on my like audio setup and stuff like that. It's just because like things with that kind of detail and just like thought put into it is just like I want the best experience possible. Like if you're looking to get rid of your like your Dollar General headphones or whatever, your Beats by Dollar General, like this is the type of music. This is the type of music like you're doing that for. Like
Yeah,
it's
'cause-
just you really need the extra detail because it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I recently got HD6XXs from my Mass Drop, and the first thing Jacob tells me to do is listen to this song, and I'm just like, oh my
Yeah,
god. Yeah, it just makes me really sad that if I wanted to buy this, like, because you know how they release on like digital like like even like Melon or Naver, they release FLAC files. We can never get those because we don't have Korean ID. Like the closest we can get is like I don't know, just like 320 kilobit per second, like iTunes files.
I think there actually might be a is it called like bug or something like that?
I don't know, because like I tried.
Bug is
I
one
think-
of them.
Yeah, because I think you can. I think Americans.
I need the FLAC file of this though, like really bad. Like this song is like headphone testing material, just because there's so much dynamic range. There's so many instruments going on. So
Well, yeah, because it's got a lot of like classical stuff in there.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
classical-
well, yeah, it's an
is known
there's an
as-
orchestra backing it.
Well, what I was
An
saying is
actual
like
orchestra.
classical music is the type of music that you need to have higher end audio to listen to because
Yeah.
there's way more detail than in stuff like you
Pop
know that
music.
you'd get in pop music because there's way more instruments playing at the same time and
Yeah, exactly.
you know stuff like that. And yeah, like Andrew mentioned, this was the first song I told him to listen to when he got his new headphones, and I was like, I recommend listening to Zero by Minsog, and he's like, dude, I listened to that like a week ago, and I was like, no, listen to it again.
Listen to it with good headphones. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, definitely recommend this song easily.
Next we have Moti with the single album Blue Wave, the title track Blue. So I always just want to highlight the Planetarium Records guys every month because their stuff is just incredible and they're super underrated. Like at 2 a.m. on Saturday, or the other day, not on Friday, Cooper was like freaking out about like finding Planetarium Records, and I'm just like, dude, I've been talking about them for months. Where have you been? Like, it was
Cooper
just
doesn't listen to the podcast.
only when he gets insulted.
Except for when we tell him to shut up to like 50 people, whoever watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was an incredible song. I feel like his vocals or his rapping skills are just like Zico-esque, and it's so good. I don't know where they're getting all this money because Planetarium Records has amazing music videos all the time. Like, remember like the one song where it was like in the desert and it was like a crazy ballad or whatever. Like they're flying to America to film music videos, and like we've never really heard of anything else they've done before. Like Planetarium Records, I'm so high on, and I need more people to listen to them. Listen to everyone from Planetarium Records, please.
Yeah. Like I enjoyed the rest of their stuff. This one just like I thought the rapping is good and stuff. It actually didn't stand out as much. It's the only reason why I like it. Otherwise, I definitely acknowledge how good they are because I like the other stuff we've covered on releases.
Yeah. Next we have My Teen with the mini album. Is this Fuzzle?
It's pronounced puzzle in Korean anyway.
Okay. Puzzle.
They don't have an F sound.
With the title track She Bad. So
She bad.
please don't bring that song up ever again. No. Like I don't know. I've kind of let like My Teen like I've kind of like skipped them every time they've shown up on the list, but whoa, this song, and no wonder I love this song because Hongyeon from VIX did the choreography, and I feel like the choreography was like a huge standout part to this, and leading into the drop especially, it like the bad like the hand motions is just somebody good choreographed this song. So I was super impressed. I need to look into them more.
Yeah, it was deep house, and so obviously I liked it, and the drop is just so good.
That and Cooper's been yelling at everyone for months.
Yeah, Cooper likes my
Yeah. Next, we have New Kid 02, our number 2, with the preview album Boy Boy Boy. Title track is Shooting Star. I was super
Got
turned
that.
off by them at first because they all have the same fucking hair color, and I was just like, how am I going to like tell who
Blonde
is who?
Asian perfection.
Yep.
BAP. That's what it said for.
Yeah, it was so weird. But I was surprised at how much I enjoyed the song. Again, like you can tell that they're sort of a startup. Like they, I feel like every startup group goes to the tennis court. Like that's like that's a thing now, basically. But
It's a ritual.
yeah, like the chorus in this is just it blew me away. I was so surprised. Like I wasn't maybe because I had no expectations going into this, but
Yeah.
I need to pay attention to them now.
Yeah, for me, same. Like, I just like the really funky synths and everything just really stood out to me when I had no expectations going in. So I also definitely want to.
Mm-hmm. Did you have anything else to say, Jacob? Or
No, I just thought it was
Just
funny
the
that they were all
beat.
blonde like
yeah,
BAP.
that they had the blonde hair. Next, we have Nick and Sammy, their digital single "Summertime." Why does this not have an MV? And why are they so good that
I know.
I don't know. It feels like they're super underrated all the time. All the time. It doesn't.
Oh,
like,
not yeah.
Not too
Yeah,
many
no,
people are
I-
behind Nick and Sammy.
Even I'll admit that. Like I like everything that I've listened to.
Like this is a type of it's kind of different from what they've done before. Like the reason why Nate fell in love with him is because like they kind of do a little bit like maybe like tropical or like they do more house stuff. Whereas this is I feel like more like retro. It reminds me of the 1975 where they're just kind of like incorporating like
exactly.
old school synth pop with like pop punk and pop rock type of vibe. So
Yep. Yeah, like this is the type of music I usually listen to aside of K-pop. Alternative
Yeah.
indie sort of stuff, and I really like. I hope to come out with more music like.
Yeah, I like this a lot. It's a lot faster than like their previous stuff, I feel like. But I really liked all the guitar. Like, they really stood out to me.
Next, we have ONF, their Japanese single album On Off, Japanese version, with the title track On Off, Japanese version. So I just want to mention this because it's interesting that WM must have like a lot of confidence in them if they're debuting them in Japan before even Oh My Girl got a Japanese debut. So that's definitely a good sign for this group. And the song translates pretty well into Japanese. And finally, we have Ohyo with Uhyo, digital single, Paper Cut. I mean, I've been championing her
Cover of the Linkin Park song.
I mean, that'd be amazing, but no, it unfortunately isn't. I've been championing Ohyo since last year, and this is probably her best song, like easily her best song, just because it's just like a really good combination of like future funk and like really nice 80s synth and and you have to listen to the English version as well because the English lyrics are incredible. Also, she did an acoustic or she did a piano version of this song, which was just incredible too. She has so much talent, and she doesn't sell CDs though for whatever reason. I need a physical copy of her music. Jeez. Nate, I guess you can go.
Well, Jacob.
Oh, Jacob.
All right, so I actually like a lot of the stuff that I have like 3 or 4 songs on my Apple Music. So every time she does, funny thing actually, like this past semester, one of my friends from college like said, "Hey, listen to this," and I was like, "Oh, this is Uyo," and he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "How the heck do you know this?" I was like,
That's
"How the
cool.
heck do you know this? This is like random."
You're like super
Because
underground.
she's not like, yeah, exactly. Like he just found this, like, he finds this random underground Korean like indie artist, and I was like, wow, that's cool. He didn't actually expect me to know her either. I was like, yeah, I listen to everything. So
It's funny though, reading your notes, I thought you meant one of your like Korean friends actually knew.
Oh, no,
personally knew.
No.
Yo,
Yeah.
I was about to say,
So-
give me the hookups. I need to not let her know that we exist.
But no, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, no, he knows who she is.
Yes. For me, yeah, I basically just what Andrew said. Like, I really liked the style of the song. Like I love 80s synth pop stuff and funk stuff. So like, this stood out to me a lot.
Yeah.
The music video is really cool too. Like it's just it's kind of like
With
a
the
lyric video,
piano.
but like a really cool piano, and like it sort of like stretches like a folded origami paper sort of thing.
Yeah.
The song itself is really cool because it's the lyrics are kind of like an allegory to like I'll just quote it from her. Quote, in this song, I look back on the words and actions of people that have hurt me the most. Paper cuts tend to heal faster than you think, and they're gone before they know it. So just like the entire concept of the song is really cool.
Yeah, that actually is. I like that.
Analogy.
Just yeah. Like people say stuff, it hurts, and it heals fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait. I want to like hear like a full length album from her because I feel like she deserves like more recognition.
Yeah, well, I feel like she probably produces her own.
Yeah,
Oh,
she does a
definitely.
lot
Yeah,
of her own
she does.
stuff, so that's probably why it's just
Okay, topic 4. Excuse the exchange of clothes and excuse my microphone teleporting across the screen. We had some technical difficulties the other night when we were recording, so we decided to postpone this last topic. But it'll still be going up at the same time, so it'll be no difference to you. Just like that's why we are in different clothes now. So, all right. I was just making sure I was in the right place. Yeah. Anyways, first we have Prep. The artist Prep with the album Cold Fire, with the title track Cold Fire, which features Dean.
So it's not really K-pop technically, but I had to include it on here because they obviously, one, they worked with Dean, and two, it's a pretty cool song. It's like this like 70s funk revival type deal. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but yeah, it's kind of like a retro style song. So also I believe the music video director was Korean, so maybe that's how they got in contact with Dean, and he's been staying a lot in London, so
Yeah, busy falling down the stairs in London.
Best Instagram ever. Instagram story.
why why is he like this? Why is he like this?
All right.
Right.
After that, we got Nekoya from Produce 48, the piano version. All I basically said about this was sad reacts only, just because every time it pops up, it's always like makes you want to cry.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
and all
literally
I said was sad crying face.
But I mean, I think just in general, I relate to this, or it's definitely a lot more memorable than even like Nayana was. And I pretty much like it's just like triggered response now. Every time I hear this, I'm just gonna start crying because it's just like, oh, why did they eliminate that sort of thing? It's just too ingrained into my brain now.
Yeah. All right. So after that, we have Mukshiba, which from the album of the same title, by a new group called Saturday.
You go first, Jacob.
Oh, I go first. Okay. Again, not used to this. Not used to this at all. So I thought the saxophone in this song was really, really catchy. It reminded me of like an anime theme that I've listened to a lot. I forget what
An
it
anime
was from,
theme?
though. No, not like an opening. It was literally like a theme song, like instrumental
Okay.
from something. So yeah. Either way, it reminded me of something I love. I don't remember what it was though, and it's from like years ago. I need to dig it out. Anyways, it was super fun. I liked it. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, same thing. The saxophone intro like stood out. And yeah, I definitely want to keep following this group and see what other stuff they put out.
My notes exactly read, quote, It's like if Pristine and Crayon Pop had a baby.
Yeah.
About
see
that though.
What? Well, like to me, it
Crayon
felt
Pop
more like
actually had a baby.
it felt more like if Pristine and Crayon Pop made a super group, because it was
Basically.
weird. It's like half of the group fits the Pristine style and half of it fits Crayon Pop.
Yeah, because like the Crayon Pop and Pristine are very similar because they have the like the chanting vocal, like how they do in like wee woo, like that sort of style, which is where I get the pristine from. But definitely like the sexy saxophone type deal is where I get it from Crayon Pop. But it's basically like the Doom Sheet, and I don't think I've ever stand the group as fast as I did when I heard this, because. And I think they're all like super young. They're like everyone. I don't think anyone was born like before the 2000s in this group. They're all like really young, and they're already super talented. And it's so cool how there's two rappers, or there's like a rap break where one of them straight up sounds like Nayoung and the other one straight up sounds like Kang Mina. So I'm just like, oh my god, this is like this is like Baby Pristine or Baby like Goo Goo Dolls or something like that. And so that's all you need to sell me on this group. So I'm super hyped for whatever else they have to release.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually was really impressed by this. So definitely gonna be looking out for whatever the next, like, I hope it's a mini album, not a single again. So yeah, we'll see what we get. So coming up next, we have Oh My from 17's You Make My Day album, mini album. And yeah, so I thought this was really good, actually. I like this a little more than, I guess, the recent tracks, other than Clap. I think Clap is the best of the recent, but other than that song, I think this is better than Ugo Shipshiana and Thanks, just because it's less Chainsmoker, I guess, and that kind of sound just is old for me, just because like a couple summers ago when Chainsmokers first like came out, like all I
that's all they played
every 5 seconds in the car, and I'm like, stop, I'm going to die right
something
now.
Just like this, just over and over and over again. I mean, I get it,
like,
but
I'm over
that's
it.
why I don't listen. That's why I don't listen to the radio.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, I thought the video game intro is pretty cool. But so just going back to their like fun 17 style, just like a fun song, and like the rhythm of the vocals in the chorus is really good. Like that stood out to me. I can't like sing it off the top of my head, but I remember that standing out. And yeah, I liked it a lot.
All right. Next is SF9's Gilasa from their mini album Sensuous.
Yep. So it's also known as Now or Never, so it's a cover of the Monsta X song. But this is like SF9's finally getting back to like what we originally what they're good started wanting to follow them for. Yeah, like what they're good at, because their last couple have been a little bit of hit or miss.
Despacito too.
But no, this is getting back to that like darker, more mature type guy group song, and I really liked it.
Yeah, again, I think I've explained enough on this podcast how much I loved SF9 and just how much O Sole Mio and all the sort of Latin vibe that they tried to chase just really turned me off from the group. But easily a return to form for them. Like this, I think, is kind of their specialty. That drop is insane though. Again, I'm such a sucker for like deep house and all this type of like house music, and it works well with, because I'd say SF9 is of the Nugus, they're pretty good at choreo, so it's kind of wasted when they're doing like stuff like O Sole Mio. I think this is way better, so I'm really happy about this. I need to go listen to the rest of the mini album, because a lot of if they're doing this sound again, then I'm all in on the SF9 train again.
Yeah, like I liked all the songs I heard at KCON last year, and then I was like surprised they completely like just did a complete, like right turn right off of it. So I was like, dang, because what was it called? Easy Love, is that what it was called?
Yeah, that was an amazing track.
Yeah, that was an awesome song. So I was looking forward to more songs like that, but then O Sole Mio was kind of like trying to, again, literally be like Despacito 2.
It's Despacito 2. It's not even a joke.
Like,
it's straight up Despacito 2. NASA confirmed.
But anyways, I didn't have any notes for this song, but I did think it was pretty good. Like I'm glad they sort of came back to their original form. Not like straight up just copying what they've done over and over, but like, it's something new, but it's more that original style I expected. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next we have Way Back Home, which is from the mini album Take, which is by Sean. I think it sounds really good, except with the whole like
Sajegi
chart like
manipulation.
but Yeah, manipulation. I kept wanting to say forgery. I'm like, that makes no sense.
Forgery. They make their own charts. It's just like,
yeah.
why is all of Sean's music in the top 10?
Yeah. Like, I think the song's really good, and I think the music's definitely there, but like, it's the whole like chart manipulation thing is definitely sketchy for me still.
I don't know, because like I'm kind of confused as to how because it was beating, like, we'll get to it later, but it was beating Soulmate by Zico and IU on real-time charts. I was like, whoa, wait, how?
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, the music videos have, like, one of the lyric videos has 5 million. This video that I linked in our playlist has 1 million. So, I don't know, maybe. But
It's possible, at least. But
the thing, it's so weird, because it's not really, it's not, compared to what we've heard before, it's not really original sounding. So I wonder why this blew up. I don't know.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if the views came after
everyone's just like, oh, what is this?
People are checking it out.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure this has been going on for a while.
That's why like JYP was mad about it like a couple weeks ago.
Like this guy had to cancel. I'm pretty sure this is the same guy. I could be wrong, but he had to cancel a set of concerts because no one bought any tickets.
No, they did.
He was charting number one.
No, they did.
And then they were pre-ordering tickets to spell out like "FU" and other things in the seats, and then canceling them.
Oh, that is the definition of petty. That's amazing.
Yeah. So like. This, and then the company just canceled the concerts because nobody was actually buying any tickets.
Oh my god!
So like, that's pretty weird. Clear. It's like manipulation.
The thing is, like, he's under. You think Warner Music Korea wouldn't need to do this kind of stuff? So I don't know. Like, they're kind of a big name, so that's weird.
Yeah, I really. It's just, again, the music I think sounds good. It's just like there's no way like it jumped all the way above Zico and IU and like all these chart monsters.
Like,
you know?
Yeah, like IU and Zico, like they're called digital monsters for a reason, because like they're like streaming monsters, because they literally they destroy everyone because
streaming,
they get all kills all the time, or like they get streaming all kills, and that's
like they don't even need all the hardcore fans, because the mainstream audiences will just stream the crap out of all their songs. So exactly.
We'll have to follow his music,
especially with IU. Like if I talk to any like Korean girl,
they don't know who IU. They want to be like IU.
No, you ask who they listen to, and every single one says IU. Yeah, every single one. So, coming up next, we have Me No J Park, which is a digital single by Simon Dominic, otherwise known as Simon D. And basically all I said was, Simon D always shreds, every time. Like, his like, I don't know, it's just like his delivery and like pronunciation and everything is always so good.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he took after like Eminem and other people that are like Busta Rhymes.
Yeah,
other
definitely.
People that are really good at like fast rapping, because it's just, there's like parts of this where it's like oh my god, I mean, he's doing it all in one take, which is incredible. And so the story behind this song is Simon D is resigning as co-CEO of AOMG Entertainment because he felt like he couldn't handle the stress of being the CEO of a very like important, like very big company and managing other artists while trying to focus on his own work. So he's just stepping down and being just like a regular artist under AOMG. And so the lot of if you look at we don't really stress lyrics on the show too much because we feel like enjoyment isn't necessarily dependent on it. But in this, in this, it's almost it's pretty much mandatory, because like if you look at the lyrics, he's talking about like, oh, like how I can't like go over and like get signed by Jay-Z and all this sort of stuff. I can't like, he's talking about like how he can't like really handle the work, like it's sort of like messing with him and that sort of stuff, or he can't handle like people are saying like, oh, where's Simon Dominic, like, so now that it's good, like I think it's better for him to just focus on his music, because he's been he releases music so sporadically, or he only features like the last thing I remember hearing from him was like featuring on Epic High's album. So
let's get another Supreme Team record, man.
Yeah, just
dang.
Like he needs to just like sit back and focus on his music. Let J Park run the show, because he's been doing that for a while now. So just let him do it.
Yep. So after that we have God, this group. We have Hiccup Hiccup, which is a digital single by Six Bomb. Andrew can take the floor here.
So, for those that don't remember from last year, Six Bomb is a group we found because they had a concept where they did a music video before plastic surgery and after plastic surgery, and they earned themselves the honor of being nominated for a Wawari Award. And I think they might be nominated again this year because, oh my god, this might be worse. So, the concept of this,
just rename it to the Six Bomb Award. This
The Six Bomb
yeah,
Award.
it maybe there's a lot of people that are might nominated this year.
Good.
Yeah, Wawari's good. They're not getting nominated this year, but well, one, the song, from what everyone's been saying, is it's a straight rip off of this Nicki Minaj song that was released a couple years ago called "Pound the Alarm." Like I listened, like I did A/B comparison, and the beats are almost the same. like it's really it's not even like close to like, or it's not even any like surprise. But
oh yeah,
also,
no one will notice. It's fine.
The worst part is the concept. The concept is basically it's supposed to be parodying like Japanese like JAV, which is Japanese adult video. So it's supposed to like there's guys with blurred faces like standing behind them and everything, and like they're like wearing maid uniforms and
Six
all this like
Bomb, why?
really creepy. The thing is though, it's just I'm not really mad at the girls because I feel like I'm mad at their entertainment company because I feel like they're the ones that are they're forcing them to do this. Because like who in their right mind would like, and maybe plastic surgery, but like I don't know if they'd make a concept about it, and who in their right mind thinks it's okay to make a music video where you're pretending to be like Japanese porn stars? That's so weird.
It's just like they're just a huge publicity stunt. Like that's what makes me angry about it.
That's the only reason that we're talking about.
Yeah,
that.
they're just trying to drum up interest by making controversial concepts, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't
never
work.
works.
No, like the only reason we know about them is because we go through all the releases. Like,
Yep.
Nobody else knows who this group is or cares.
All right, so after that, we have something that's actually good. We have
even.
Slow, which is a digital single of the same name by Soul. So it's Slow by Soul. Or is it Soleil?
It's spelled S-O-L-E.
Soul.
I'm guessing it's supposed to be like Seoul, like Seoul, Korea.
Like the bottom of your shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
Jacob.
she spelled it. I'm guessing it's supposed to be like Seoul.
It's like
Korea.
that one artist, Whale, not
Oh
Wale.
yeah, whale. Whale.
So it's like Soul, not Soleil.
Yeah, exactly. Oh Soul Mio, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Seoul
Yeah, exactly.
Mio. No, that is not how
Despacito
it, that's not how it works.
So, anyways, like my reaction to this song was like, oh my god, her voice is amazing. Like I need to hear more. Does she have more music? Do you know?
Yeah,
Andrew?
we covered her last year because she's
we
the
did?
remember-
Okay.
Yeah, she's the first artist that Divine Channel decided to like they're like managing her or something like that. So yeah, no surprise because like Divine Channel, like they're really into like R&B like this, so they picked the perfect person to just give all these like incredibly smooth, jazzy, like serene type songs to.
Yeah, also like the song's great. I love the like sort of R&B flavor, as well as the music video is awesome. I love when they film music videos
really nice.
in either China or Taiwan or Hong Kong or whatever it is.
Yeah, Hong Kong definitely.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Hong Kong because it looks very similar to the Cave Me In music video, which you guys know how I feel about that. So
yeah,
I love it.
This is female
it.
Cave Me In. If you really think about it, this is female Cave Me In.
Great.
Yeah,
take it.
which yeah, it's incredible, and I hope she gets more exposure because again, it's very rare that you hear like a voice this good.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I haven't checked
hope
yet,
she
but I
doesn't-
hope she's on Apple Music.
I hope she doesn't get or they're not tempted to like steer her more towards like traditional like or like more prototypical like idol K-pop idol sounding
Yeah.
music because I feel like
Yeah.
this is she doesn't need to. This is her specialty easily. So just like keep her
Honestly,
here.
If they formed a girl group that made this kind of music, I would stand immediately.
Oh, they like a female
Velvet
like
side, Velvet side only, Red Velvet,
or like a female 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool too. Actually,
I mean, has there been a
just
female?
less ballads, though.
Is there a female equivalent to 2 a.m. basically?
There was Sia, but they only did ballads.
Well, and there's like Davichi, you could argue.
Yeah, Davichi, I guess.
But they are female.
They're more, they're more ballads
ballady. They do more ballads, but
than R&B tracks.
Yeah.
So yeah, if Divine Channel's listening, make a girl group around her and just keep doing this.
Turn Pristine into only doing Get It over and over again.
Get It in Black Widow, and that's it.
But yeah, just give me R&B and hype stuff, and I'll be good.
All right.
Here we go.
Going on to
so
the
excited.
thoughts you already know.
So
about.
excited.
Jacob's in trouble. I'm not the curmudgeonly one this time.
I know. I was so surprised that you didn't mark it red.
Dude. All right.
Jacob,
so
you go. Yeah, you go first.
We have Twice's single from their Summer Nights special album, Dance the Night Away, and I am angry. Like honestly, like angry with an extra E. Actually, with an E, period. I don't know. Like, it just feels so empty and like nothing. You know, I don't know. I was just really disappointed by this. Like, and you guys know me. Like, I usually love anything that Twice puts out. Like, it's really hard to mess that up.
Yeah,
and like
you'll die on the hill for Heartshaker, basically.
dude, seriously, anybody shit talks Heartshaker on Discord, I will flame you. I won't ban you. I'll just tell you you're banned, but it won't actually ban you. But I'll flame you. So I'll put that actually once we get the official rules up. I'll be like, you can't talk shit about Heartshaker, or else I'll make fun of you.
Or IOI.
Yeah. Anyways, no, for real though, like, it sounds weird, like, with the mixing, like, the vocals don't pop out as much, the instrumental, like, with the like, yeah, exactly, like, I just think it's too simple and stripped back, and I don't know, I just like the sort of, like, pandemonium that sort of goes on within like Heartshaker and What Is Love, and even like TT and stuff like that. Like TT even has some weird thing that goes whoop, whoop,
yeah
whoop, throughout the entire song. There's like nothing like that in this. It just felt boring, I guess. Like, I still like the song, I'm just like, it's easily my least favorite Twice song though.
Wow,
I know,
really?
It's crazy.
Wow,
Okay.
you'd put this under
So
Signal?
are you done?
Under Signal easily.
Oh my
easily
god. What?
I like Signal.
So
Oh no.
okay, so are you done?
Yep, I'm done.
Okay, so now that Jacob's objectively wrong opinion is out there,
actually 100%
this song
right.
is amazing. It's just like the perfect fun summer song. Everything's like really upbeat. I love the synths. It's just, I don't know, I love it. And then and the styling and the choreo are Twice as best, period. Like, that's not even arguable.
All right,
Yeah, that's not
one thing
arguable.
I will agree on is the styling is awesome. I love their
This is
outfits
the
on live
this is the
stages.
closest we'll ever get to like sexy Twice, just because they're wearing bathing suits for like 3/4
Well, I
of the
don't
music
know.
video.
I don't know.
But like, it's not
the
even
Dragon
that.
Ball
Like,
Z,
just
the Dragon
like,
Ball Z come back in Japan.
yeah, DBC. But no, like, all their hairstyles are all perfect for them. Like, yeah, the choreo is definitely their best, because it's definitely their most, like, I don't know, like, interesting, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
it has the most interesting moves, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, yeah, like, I thought the MV was cool. Like, it's not like crazy or anything, but it's good. Yeah, no, I love this comeback. I think when I originally listened to it and we were all ranking our Twice singles in the list, or in the Discord, I think I had it at number 5, so it's like right in the middle for me. It's definitely better than Signal and Knock Knock. I don't know
Yeah.
what crazy
No.
person thinks that.
Literally, the only thing that's wrong with Knock Knock is the knock 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 on my door part.
That's the best
That's my
part.
favorite
No,
part.
the
I
chorus
love
is the
Knock
best
Knock.
part. The chorus is the best part.
Knock 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 on my door. You
I
hate
don't know.
that? Come
No,
on.
I like.
No,
all
I don't
Twice's
hate it.
singles
I don't
anyway.
hate it. That's just the only part that I'd say brings it down a little bit. Like
I like all of Twice's singles
like
anyway.
but
no, I love
that's
this
the best
song.
part.
It's amazing.
No, it's not.
Andrew?
I guess I'll take
It
the
is
middle road,
satisfactory.
or like I'll take the middle sort of opinion on this. Where yeah, I can see the sort of faults or just sort of complaints that Jacob has. It's a lot more empty than most Twice songs,
Yeah, I
but
agree
I
with
do. I don't know if I mind it necessarily.
Yeah,
because,
I don't think it's a
because
yeah,
again,
I agree that that's the thing, but I don't. It doesn't bother
no,
me.
because again, one of my biggest complaints with Twice is that a lot of their songs sound the same. So, I mean, granted, though instrumentally it might sound different, it still definitely is very much like similar to like Twice's shtick at this point. So I don't know if we'll ever get. I don't think I'll get the Run Double Run that I've been looking for this year. But again, I do like. I'd rather they do a more empty yet different instrumental style than them do like everything the same sort of style that they've been doing over and over again. So yeah, that I can see. But otherwise, yeah, again, it's surprisingly I enjoyed it much more than I did at first. It definitely had to grow on me a bit. But again, the thing that I think I probably like the most is that much like with Likey, they play around with the both like choreography and who gets line distribution, and also like they're like Doobie and Chang, they're not stuck in a rap verse as like they always do.
Chang literally has 2 lines and they're both Dance the Night Away.
Well, I mean, I'll take that over them just doing because their rap verses are just kind of the same at this point. So I'd rather, yeah, I'm glad that they're getting singing parts, and also like Jonghyun, she's getting got a lot of focus on this, which I appreciated because she's always neglected in these releases. So again, it's probably not it's not my favorite, but again, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would originally.
Give me Heartshaker Part 3.
That's not happening.
Come on.
After we get Despacito too.
Yeah, Despacito 2 by Twice. Let's go.
Also, a little song known as
24 Karat Magic X Despacito 2 featuring Lil Wayne by Twice.
And
yeah,
Whale.
That's what it is. And Whale.
and Whale, 100%.
Yep. All right.
Okay, we can move on.
So next we have the digital single Flow Clarismus for Christmas with the title track Flower. This is by Varsity.
Yeah, so this is I haven't heard of. Well, okay, I've heard the name.
I've heard
before,
of them.
But I've heard of them. I haven't heard any of their music. But this song is really cool. There's like a lot of really cool synth stuff going on. The choreo is awesome. They're just a really interesting group that I definitely want to check out more.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, despite not being as familiar with Varsity. I think the thing I liked the most is much like a big group like 17. They play around a lot with the massive amount of members they have. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna start paying attention to them more because I'm a sucker for anything future based, obviously. So if they do more future based, that's on my radar immediately.
All right, and after that we have I don't know how to pronounce this artist's name, Wani Jung or Wani Jung.
I know, probably like Wani.
And their digital single Crevasse.
So this is another one of the underground gems that I had to go look for. I was just super shocked at how incredible this is, because again, this is like the stuff I try to look for when I'm looking for underground music, just like really like indie art pop type stuff. I showed this to Cooper and he was just like, holy fuck, like immediately, because like this is his type. This is definitely his stick. So it's just really like almost like, I don't know if it's like dark or whatever, but it's like the cinematography is kind of dark, but also like I love the synth is like very like the synth line that it repeats, like the da 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 da, like it kind of reminds you of like, I don't know, like a dungeon in like Final Fantasy or something like that, where it's like a really like ominous speaking or like ominous feeling to some way. And yeah, like the description she wrote is like it's a really nice like allegory for where, I don't know, like feelings and like, I don't know, like like she feels like she has like a crevasse in her heart or something like that. And also I love like the sort of, again, it helps build a really good atmosphere with both the ominous feeling of the instrumentals, the softness of her voice, and the echoey effects that they add to that. So it really just like helps develop the soundstage. So I don't know if she has any other music, honestly. I need to find more of it though, because it's incredible.
Gotta delve into the dark parts of the internet and find it.
the deep web, the dark web.
It's all on index.
The
all
deep
of our
dark
music.
web.
Anyways, coming up next we have Young Dayu and I almost said Velvet, Wendy from Red Velvet.
Velvet from Red Wendy.
Yes, the member of Velvet from Red Wendy. Yes. They came out with a digital single with the title track "One Summer." All I wrote for my notes was Wendy Hart.
And all I wrote for my notes were acoustic duet ballad. But
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
Wendy.
That's all you need to know.
It's good.
Yeah, because I mean, Wendy. Very rarely do we get Wendy like ballads ever, so it's a nice treat.
I mean, kind of when she features on stuff, she usually does ballady tracks.
Yeah, but I mean, how she doesn't feature on stuff all too often, so it's always a nice treat.
Because she has
also,
the voice of an angel.
Yep. And I love the harmonies they play with are really good here, and like I like the guitar, like the sort of like finger picking style. That's my favorite type of guitar or acoustic music.
I agree. I actually like that a lot. Speaking of Heart Shaker earlier, I found some guy who did a finger style cover of Heart Shaker. It's actually amazing.
How?
No, like it's ridiculous. It's actually amazing. I'll show you later.
I trust you.
So coming up next after that is Baek, and she did a cover of La 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 Love Song. Which, do I know this song?
No, it's a city pop song.
Oh, okay.
A Japanese city pop song.
Yeah. Anyway, either way, it was really good. Honestly, like Baek has some of the best like vocals like out there. I really, really love a lot of her songs. So yeah.
Technically, this came out in June, but Rob didn't show it to me until like after we started writing notes for like the last releases. So fuck it, I'm putting it in here anyway because it's incredible. And why isn't she releasing more music in general? Because her voice, because like again, the last thing I remember her doing was she featured on a Dean song, and that's it. And like she's doing some of this stuff. So obviously,
like
I'm a
15 and come back or something. I don't even care.
Yeah, come on, they're not doing anything.
Like Jimmy needs a song. Jamie needs a song.
She's a singer.
Yeah.
A singer.
Anyway,
so good.
So yeah, the original artist was Toshinobu Kubota, and it's apparently it was a popular city pop song back in the 80s. So, I'm just impressed with how, obviously the original song was in Japanese, so she has impressive pronunciation, Japanese pronunciation on this track, and also like her voice just fits it to the T. It's just so perfect for this.
Yeah, I think Yed in general is just a really versatile like singer. She can fit into a lot of these different roles as well.
Yeah. So I want to hear more cover. I want her to cover Plastic Love.
Oh yeah,
please cover Plastic Love.
That's actually the next step.
Yeah, I mean JYP's used to it anyway, so
yeah. Anyways, so coming up next we have one of the people who show up like literally every month.
Speaking of city pop,
Melody Monthly Project, obviously. So new track Summer Man, which I really like. This is super like retro, which is really cool. Like the closest frame of reference I have in like within K-pop is like Lee Seung-chul, because I know him from like the original Sonyoshide song, and then I've listened to some of his other stuff. That this really reminds me of that era, like again like 1989, like that kind of thing. So definitely.
Obviously, another city pop song. I had to add it to here, and I mean, Yoon Jung Shin's just incredible. He's one of the most versatile like artists I've ever seen. He just does so many different, like he releases music every month, and you'd think he'd get tired of it, but he's just doing like different like genres every time, and it works well. Like there's a reason why he's one of the most popular like artists in Korea. So with this, again, I get the visuals. It's basically the visuals are literally one of those like lo-fi, like chill music to study. It's literally that. It's just a repeating. It's just like some guy on like a motorcycle with the lights going over. It's that type of song. So you definitely you can definitely feel the influence of Japanese city pop, more specifically like Tatsuro Yamashita, who is kind of like the one that sort of helped popularize the genre. And just fun fact, he's actually married to Maria what's her name, like Maria Takeuchi or whatever, the one that did Plastic Love. Yeah, they're married. So
I was waiting for you to spit it out. I was like,
so that's why they they sort of like helped like push the genre forward. So I wouldn't be surprised if if Yoon Jung-shin like grew up listening to this type of music, because it was, again, it crossed over. Yeah, like this type of music crossed over into popularity in Korea too, and like all of Asia just in general, like Hong Kong as well. Like so yeah, it was so cool that he did a song in this style. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
All right, last song on the list. Last but not least, certainly, we got Zico with the new digital single Soulmate, which features IU. We mentioned it earlier, like kind of offhand when we were talking about Sean's release, like it beating that somehow. But yeah, honestly, like these two is like like a dream collab. So like there's no way it gets beat on the charts, like for real.
Yeah, this is like you're taking one of the most popular artists in just one of the rare people that can cross over from being an idol to being like a hip hop like style of music, like a rapper in Zico, and like Korea's favorite daughter in freaking IU. Like they're unbeatable. They're unbeatable. Like there's just too much talent on one song basically.
Yeah, for this, like, I just loved everything about this song. Zico's singing is great. He doesn't do it enough, like this style.
I don't know why he doesn't, because he has a great. Good.
Yeah, and IU fits in perfectly with it. And then the music video is just super adorable too. I loved it.
It's so weird seeing Zico with long ass hair like this. Like he doesn't look like he'd be like hardcore like hip hop rapper that's on like Show Me the Money and everything. Like you'd think he'd be from some like really cute boy group or whatever. But it's interesting how like they're able to like fit in each other's styles so seamlessly, because again, specifically this reminds me of Zico's She's a Baby. Which was again like a lot more like chill like song like this, where he's using a lot more of his singing voice, and yet also again it still fits as an if you said this is an IU song featuring Zico, it wouldn't be as crazy. Again, that's just they're just a match made in heaven musically. So,
I mean, I'm sure because of the style of the song, that's probably why he brought IU onto it. Either that or he built this song with the intention of having her feature on it. Either way, like definitely makes sense having her feature on the song. So. Like I said, one of the dream collab.
Yeah, one of the best collaborations of the year so far, easily. We've had a lot of good collaborations, but man, this just takes the cake probably.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess with that we've covered all the releases. Again, sorry for the random like teleportation and clothes switching and whatever. We're magic. Anyways. Thanks for listening. Is there anything coming up?
By the time this is out, LunaCast will be up. There should be a Produce Cast coming sometime in the following week. TM depending on when subs go up. My Luna unboxing just went up as well, so that you can go watch that. Nate, I know you have some albums that you're gonna unbox soon, or I don't know. I think. And in a couple of weeks, I see VAV. So if you're going to see that in Jersey City, New Jersey, so yeah.
All right. Thank you. Cool. And goodbye.
Stay healthy.
Stay throbbingly healthy. All right. Yeah. First of all, Cooper, shut up. Just calling out a friend live on YouTube.
You're banned.
You're getting called out, bro. All right. Anyways, I think most of the negativity is just coming from the fact that card has been kind of soaring high the entire time, and
They're bound to fall.